How's it going, everyone? Today we have a story of one of the cringiest emo kids of all time, so sit back, relax, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're calling today's subscriber who submitted the story Brent. So this all happened when Brent was at soccer camp. And so Brent went to the soccer camp every single year, and it just happened that this year he encountered the emo kid at soccer camp. So anyways, this was just another summer of Brent going to soccer camp. His mom dropped him off, and once again, he was pretty excited to go. Unfortunately, some of the friends he made from the year before, they didn't show up this time, so he was very proactive about finding people, meeting new people, and trying to make some new friends. So anyways, in the very beginning of soccer camp, they had kind of a get to know other people type deal. And all of a sudden, right, Brent sees this girl, and she was at kind of like the girls' soccer camp. So it was kind of split up like boys' soccer camp and girls' soccer camp. However, it was all under the same umbrella of like the soccer camp program. So they would eat lunch together, do non-soccer activities, but like the morning soccer practices were kind of split up by gender like that. And so anyways, right away, Brent saw this girl, Emily, and he immediately kind of fell in love with her. Not actually, but was like, OMG, lol, she's cute. I'm going to try and hit. No, I'm just kidding. He's like, I don't know. He's going to soccer camp. He's not trying to hit, bro. That's crazy. But anyways, right, so she's going to be an important character later on. But for the meantime, we don't need to think about her because someone much more important comes into the picture. So while Brent is thinking about like, oh my God, look at that girl over there. I got to start talking to her. That's crazy. He accidentally bumps into this guy. And he turns around. This guy is like, I don't know, a little bit bigger than him, a little bit heavier than him, just like kind of a bigger guy. And he's got this like long black hair that's swooshed over. He's wearing like the standard soccer cleats, but otherwise it's like this black band heavy metal t-shirt. He's got like black painted nails. He's got like a spiky wristband on or whatever. And he turns around. He's like, yo, what did you bump into me, bro? And Brent's like, oh, my fault. Like, didn't mean to do that. He's like, you don't think that I'm an alpha? Is that what you think? Brent's like, what? He's like, I'm an alpha male, just in case you weren't aware, which I know that you subconsciously were because, all betas instantly know when there's an alpha present. And Andrew was the guy from like 7 stories ago. Brent was like, what? He's like, bro, do you not know what beta males and alpha males are? Well, basically, beta males are like you and lame, and alpha males are strong, powerful, and dominant in the pack. And with that, like, the emo kid does a big, like, swipe of his big, long, black hair. So, like, his bangs would no longer cover his eyes. It immediately fell back in front of his face. He's like, yeah, just so you know, kid, get out of my way. And the emo kid, like, shuffles away. And this was Brent's first interaction with the emo kid. So he's like, okay, that's cool, man. Like, okay, see you around, buddy. Bye-bye. So anyways, let's fast forward a little bit. After soccer practice in the morning, Brent was actually one of the better kids there. He was pretty good at soccer. They had lunch, and in the afternoon, they had activities such as like this, like, I don't know, like tag, capture the flag, all kind of like random camp activities. And today was capture the flag, and Brent happened to be on the same team as Emily. So immediately he goes over there. He's like, hey, how's it going? Like, my name is Brent. Emily's like, hey, like, my name's Emily. Nice to meet you. And Brent and Emily immediately hit it off. They're having a good time. They're talking with each other. They're enjoying each other's company. You simply love to see it. And like from very far away, Brent catches the eye of the emo kid who's on the other team and is just staring him down for some reason. Brent doesn't really think much of it, and then he goes back to talking to Emily. So they're playing capture the flag right now, and Brent, runs over to the other side, gets the flag, right, and starts running back to his side. If you don't know capture the flag, there's like this little penny on both sides or like a little piece of cloth or something. And while you're on the opponent's side, if they tag you, you're in jail. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to run over there, grab their flag, and run back to your side without being tagged. However, there was a stipulation that it had to be a tag. This isn't tackling. You can't push someone. You can't like punch them or anything. You have to tag them if they're on your side. So, Brent is running over there. Sorry, I have a list of names in front of me and from other stories. Brent is running over there. He grabs the enemy team's flag and is running back to his side, and he's really close when he just like immediately slams into the ground. And that's when he realizes that there's a big guy on top of him. And that's when he realizes that the emo kid tackled him. So the emo kid's like, nice try, buddy. Next time, try not to fight the alpha males. And then camp counselor comes over and says, hey, we said no tackling. You're on the sidelines, points to the emo kid, he's disqualified or whatever, has to sit on the sidelines. Ooh, so alpha, man. But anyways, right, so the penny's returned, but also Brent isn't in, jail. He goes back to the other side, and the emo kid has to sit out for the rest of Capture the Flag, and Brent continues to talk to Emily, and the entire time, the emo kid is just, looking over, and he's, all angrily staring at Brent. So Brent is now his official enemy. Brent kind of just assumed that they were enemies because of when he bumped into him and also when he got him disqualified, which, did Brent really get him disqualified, or was it because he's an idiot and jumped on him? That's why he got disqualified? Who knows, man? But there was another reason why the emo kid hated Brent. There was another reason that Brent did not realize at the moment, but was very, very, very potent, and is going to be very, very important for later on in the story. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. It starts with an E and ends with a Emily. Did you guys get it? Starts with an E and ends with a Emily. Emily? I'm just going to tell you, yeah, it is Emily, the girl. So emo kid likes her. Anyways, so Brent and Emily talk for the rest of that Capture the Flag game. The entire time the emo kid is staring Brent down. Brent just simply assumes, well, this kid hates me for that reason only. But let me just say that the next week of soccer camp was the craziest week that Brent has ever had. So anyways, right, his mom picks him up. He goes back home. His mom's like, hey, how was the first day? And Brent says, oh, I met this really weird kid who tackled me. And she's like, oh my God, are you okay? He's like, yeah, actually, I have barely any scrapes on me even. But he seems to not like me, so I'll keep you updated on that. So Brent is dropped off the next day, and he walks over there. And that's when the emo kid, is just staring him down. And, Brent is kind of walking over because there's a little bit of a 5, 10, 15-minute period where the kids are just standing around talking with each other, waiting for them all to be dropped off. And then the soccer camp officials or camp counselors would then split them up into groups, do soccer drills, play games, whatever, standard kind of affair. And he's just kind of waiting around. And that's when the emo kid comes up to him and says, so you're challenging my authority as the alpha man. And Brent is kind of just like, what? He's like, I'll say it again, just in case your little beta ears couldn't hear me. So you're challenging my authority that I am the alpha male of the pack. If we were wolves, which we kind of are, and Brent was like, what? If we were wolves, as we kind of are, as I said, I would be the alpha male, alpha wolf, and you would be the beta wolf, and I would be banging your wife while you watch little cuck beta wolf. Whoa. And Brent is looking at this kid, and this kid is like, no offense, but this kid is the opposite of what a stereotypical alpha male would look like, right? One of those red pit alpha males. It just looks the complete opposite of that. But anyways, Brent's not gonna get into he's not gonna rebuttal this kid because what is there to rebuttal? Everything, man. This kid has no argument. But anyways, Brent's like, okay, and the emo kid's like, well, you say okay, but remember yesterday when you got me kicked out of the game, which you obviously tipped off the ref? And Brent's like, bro, you tackled me. It's very clearly stated in the rule books that you're not allowed to tackle anyone. How is this on me? He's like, dude, it was so clearly on you because the ref understood that I was the alpha male and I was simply asserting my dominance, bro. And, Brent's just like, dude, the frick are you talking about, dude? I paid him off with what? The $5 allowance I get a week? With what? My used smelly, stinky socks? What do I have? And he's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe you took his daughter on a date because his daughter's so ugly she'd never get a date. Oh. And Brent's like, was that a diss? Does he even have a daughter? He's 20, bro. What? And the emo kid's like, anyways, I just wanted to let you know that I'm the alpha man. You're the beta man. I will do your wife when you have one. And scene. And the emo kid walks away. And Brent at this point is like, what? Why? Why is this my life? Anyway, so skip forward to the soccer practice. They're put into groups, and the EMO Kid was in Group B earlier, so they basically split them up into Group A and Group B. So the Group A is the better players, and Group B is the I'm just kidding, the players who are newer to soccer. And the EMO Kid apparently was on the cusp of Group A. It was at the very top of Group B, and because his performance was good enough, he was actually moved up to Group A. So now Brent, instead of having a morning to himself to focus on soccer, now had to deal with the EMO Kid being, thrown into the mix here. So anyways, they're doing some drills with the soccer ball, and they're kind of like kicking them around cones. You had to kind of keep control of the ball while you were running. And the EMO Kid, they said, okay, line up into 3 groups. And the EMO Kid immediately ran behind Brent. And Brent kind of looks behind him. He's like, what? And the EMO Kid said, nothing, Brent. Just letting you know that I'm the alpha male here. And Brent's like, okay, fine. Let's just do the drill. So the ref blows the whistle. Brent starts kicking the ball and moving with it. And the EMO Kid immediately runs up behind him and trips him. He's like, oh, sorry. And the ref's like, hey. And the EMO Kid's like, it was an accident, I swear. And the ref's like, all right, be careful. And Brent is starting to get really angry because, if you get an injury in soccer, especially if you get a foot injury, he could be out for the entire week. I mean, this is one of his favorite camps that he has every single summer. He loves going to it. It's one of his favorite things to do. And this EMO Kid, for the second time in the last 24 hours, has, has gotten really close to causing him a pretty big injury. He could have jumped, he jumped on him yesterday. He ran behind him, knocking him over. What if he twisted an ankle? What if he, fractured something in his leg? It's not that hard, especially when you got a big old kid jumping on top of you every 5 minutes. It's difficult. It's not that difficult, man. So anyways, Brent, for the next activity, waits to get into line before the EMO Kid does, because he doesn't want to be in the same line as the EMO Kid. But it turns out that, everyone else lines up, and it's literally just Brent and the EMO Kid waiting for each other to move, because the Brent wants to go where the EMO Kid doesn't go, and the EMO Kid wants to go where Brent goes. And the refs not the refs, but the soccer coaches are like, come on, kind of guys, get into line. And Brent's like, okay. And he sprints to the end of the line, and then the EMO Kid sprints to the back of that line. And the coach is like, EMO Kid, says his actual name, can you go to another line? That line's too long. And the EMO Kid's like, okay, moves over one line. And when the coach turns his head, the EMO Kid literally runs back into the line with Brent again. So when the coach turns around, he's like, wait, EMO Kid, I said, could you go to that line? And he's like, fine. EMO Kid eventually goes to that line, actually does that. So for the rest of the soccer practice, the EMO Kid tried to bump into Brent, tried to make his life difficult, basically was just being a big butt the entire time. But thankfully, that nothing really happened. He didn't bump into Brent successfully again. In fact, the EMO Kid, most of the time when he tried to bump into Brent would do some very slick soccer move, kind of break his ankles, not literally, but you know what I mean. And the EMO Kid would fall flat on his face because he kind of tried to run into Brent, and then Brent sidestepped him and completely swerved out of his way. Anyways, though, things start to get a little bit more interesting because throughout the next day, Brent and Emily are talking it up. It's kind of the known thing for the camp that those two were kind of the unofficial soccer camp couple. I don't know if your camps had stuff like that, but this was true for the soccer camp. And word was that the two of them, they were gonna kiss soon. Oh my God, guys, isn't that 12th base or something? So sure enough, right, one of these days, so a day later, Emily and Brent are just sitting with each other at lunch. They're kind of on a quote-unquote date or whatever. And that's when a girl comes over and sits next to them. And Emily's like, oh, this is my friend Robin. And Robin's like, hey guys, I just want to let you know, Emily, that the kid over there, and points to the EMO Kid, is planning to ask you out soon. And Emily's like, dude, I don't know that kid. I've never spoken to him in my life. And Brent's like, oh my God, I know exactly who that kid is. Emily's like, what? And Brent basically tells her the story that I told you guys for the last 13 minutes. And she's like, oh my God, he's the worst. And Brent's like, well, that would explain why he really hates me too, because not just that I embarrassed him, but I've been hanging out with you the entire time. And, he probably knows that we've been talking a lot. And Emily laughs a little bit. And this is when Robin says, dude, I'm serious. This kid is going to come over and ask you out within the next 24 hours. He's going to do it publicly. It's going to be really embarrassing. Everyone's told him not to do it, but he's in his own world. You gotta let him down nicely, though. And, you know, Brent was like, no, no mercy, no mercy. Make him suffer. Emily's like, Brent, I'm not going to make him suffer. I don't know this kid. Brent's like, make him suffer. Emily's like, shh. Okay, I'm going to be nice. When he comes over, I'm going to be firm. I'm going to be direct, but I'm going to be nice about it. I'm going to be cordial, and life is going to go back to what it was before. So sure enough, right, Brent now realizes that the emo kid has a massive crush on Emily. And Brent also starts to think about it. When Emily says no to him, and when she starts really, hanging out with me more, and when word gets around that we kiss, because we totally are, this is in Brent's head, right? He's going to actually, ramp up the craziness even more than it already is. I think I'm screwed, boys. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, comment emo down below. I'm going to heart as many comments as I can that say that. That is the secret word of the day. And also, if you want to support the channel and help boost me back into the algorithm, all you got to do is at some point, maybe after this video, maybe later, sit down and watch a bunch of my videos in a row, maybe while you're playing video games or drawing or cleaning your room, or maybe to help you go to sleep. I take that as a compliment now. I understand it. Leave in the comment section down below how you're helping boost the channel. I will heart it, I will say thank you, and I'll even shout some people out, like the person on screen right now. Thank you to this person on screen and all of you guys for all the support recently. It's really helped boost the channel. We're growing again. You'll love to see it. Let's get back to the story. So anyways, flash forward to that night, or not that night, but that afternoon. Remember when this is the mixed gender, just fun, more camp activities? They're playing dodgeball. And sure enough, the emo kid and Brent actually happen to be on the same team this time. So, emo kid and Brent, they're picking up the dodgeballs, they're throwing them, they're trying to avoid being hit by the dodgeballs. And the emo kid walks over and is like, sup, bro? And Brent's like, what? Emo kid's like, I just want to let you know that, I know that you and Emily, or you have been trying to flirt with Emily, and it's been failing horribly for my sources, at least. That's what my sources said. And I just want to let you know that, I let you have your fun. I let you play like the little beta little lamb you are. But I'm actually going to come in and, as the alpha male, assert my dominance and claim what is mine. Emily shall be my girlfriend by the end of tomorrow. Mark my words, and I will watch as little tears roll down your face because you're so sad that I took your girl. Oh, little Brent, I'm so sorry. Brent's like, dude, she's not gonna, I've talked to her, she's gonna say no. Don't do it. I hate you, but I know for a fact that you're gonna get rejected in front of everyone. The emo kid's like, nice try, little boy. I know for a fact that my testosterone is 10 trillion and yours is 0. So based on that alone, plus a billion other factors, such as my manliness, my alpha maleness, my swag, overall levels, and a billion more things. Just, she will obviously say yes to me. And even if you two are fake dating, she'll break up with you immediately to say yes to me. I just know some things that you don't know, Brent. Get over it. So the emo kid walks away. And Brent's like, well, my conscience is clear because I tried to warn the kid not to do it. I tried to warn the kid, right? I'm not a bad guy. I told him not to do it. I told him. I said, I even gave him the benefit of the doubt. I said, I don't like you, but I want to help you here. He didn't listen to me. It's not my fault, whatever happens tomorrow. Next day rolls around. At soccer practice, the emo kid for the entire morning is like, Brent, better spend the last moments with Emily as you can because she's about to be my girlfriend. Oh, and Brent's like, dude, shut up, dude. He's like, oh my God, am I getting to you, man? Am I getting to you, man? Oh, man, it was so easy to break your thin, weak beta skin. Oh, my God, my words are hurting you so much. I'm going to lick up your little salty tears. They're so tasty and so good. And Brent's like, shut up, bro. You're going to get embarrassed. I can't wait for the moment. She better go hard. Anyways, flash forward to lunch. The moment. So anyways, Brent is sitting with Emily, and Emily's like, dude, the emo kid, I can't see him anywhere. And Brent's like, dude, he's going to ask you out. It's happening. Get over it. It's going to happen any second. She's like, he's going to do it the next day, which means probably now. probably now in front of everyone. And, Brent's like, that's what he said he would do. And Brent was like, oh my God, don't turn around. Because Brent was looking, and the emo kid was walking over. And what was he walking over with? He was walking over with a boom box. You already know where this is going. And Brent's like, you know what? Brace yourself. Try and have an out-of-body experience right now so you don't have to deal with what's about to happen. This is about to be bad, Emily. I'm so sorry. And Emily's like, oh my God, oh my God. And that's when you start to hear music. It's the Emo Kid's personal band. So it's like this heavy metal rock band. So just imagine some like heavy metal rock going in the background. And the lyrics are, Emily, Emily, why do you hang with losers like Brent? Emily, please love me. Yeah. And it's just kind of like more stuff like that in the background. And the emo kid is like rocking out by himself with an air guitar while this is all going on. It is the worst moment of Brent's life because the secondhand embarrassment is so strong, he's basically getting firsthand embarrassment from the whole thing. Everyone has stopped eating and turned around, including the camp counselors. They're just watching this kid bounce around with an air guitar with his like super long black bangs flying all around the place as this boombox plays one of the crappiest songs they've ever heard, terribly mixed, the worst lyrics, basically saying that Brent sucks and that she should be in love with him, and he's bouncing around, and then after 5 whole excruciating minutes, and everyone at this point is laughing and trying to hold themselves together, after 5 whole long excruciating minutes of the worst music ever and some like really bad air guitar and bouncing around, the song stops and the emo kid says, Emily, it is clear who you shall choose. What is your verdict? And Emily's like, I'm sorry, I don't know you. I'm not going out with you. Emo kid's like, that's hilarious. What's your actual verdict? Emily's like, dude, I don't know you. He's like, dude, that's hilarious. What's your actual verdict? And Brent's like, all right, man, that's enough. Let's concede while we're behind. The emo kid looks at Brent and says, this isn't over, man. And he walks away with his boombox. And Brent's like, why did he say that to me? I didn't dump him. And Emily's like, dude, that was worse than I could have ever imagined. And right, so Robin, the friend who warned them, came over again and said, look, I should have warned you about that. I didn't think it was real. I didn't even think that was actually going to happen. I was told earlier this morning and I laughed. I'm so sorry. I should take anything that you hear about this kid seriously from this point on because, oh my God. And Emily's like, wait. Oh no, we still have an activity tonight, for this afternoon. And Brent's like, oh my God, he said this isn't over. And sure enough, it was far from over. So they get to the activity that afternoon. So it was probably the worst possible activity that it could have been because it was small groups of charades. They kind of ran out. They had something else planned, but since it started to rain, they had to go inside. So they're like, all right, we're going to break you off into small groups of 3. And we're going to have you play charades with each other. And at this point, they're like, okay, what are the odds? Brent's like, what are the odds that I'm put with? And the person says, Brent, Emily, and Emo Kid. And Brent's like, you got to be joking, man. You got to be joking. Apparently, right, Robin tells him this, later on, once the camp is over. Apparently, because she was talking with one of the camp counselors about everything that went down. The camp counselor said that, once, it started to rain, the emo kid went up to them and asked what they were doing. Camp counselor said, oh, we're doing small groups of charades. And the emo kid requested that his 2 best friends and him were put together in a group. So it wasn't just random, it was the emo kid. But Brent didn't know that at the time. So Brent looks at Emily, and Emily looks at Brent. And they're both basically just like, oh boy. And they both look at the emo kid, who has a massive smile on his face. So all 3 of them go away to a corner. And the emo kid's like, Emily, I might have came on too strong. And she's like, well, that's an understatement. But he's like, I will show you the truth. Brent, I challenge you to an alpha battle. Brent's just like, what's an alpha battle? Ha! You're such a beta for not knowing what an alpha battle is. Beta. He's like, an alpha battle will be proof that I am alpha and you are a weak beta. And then Emily will choose me. And Emily's like, I'm not. And he's like, wait, your heart will tell you otherwise after the alpha battle. Emily's like, okay, I'm still not going to. She's like, God, stop, silence, woman. And Brent was like, whoa, chill out, dude. He's like, you silence too? We're having an alpha battle right now. So, right, this just kind of looks like they're doing really weird charades from afar, but the emo kid is like, all right, let's form our best wolf poses. Brent's like, what? He said, form your best wolf poses now. And emo kid, Brent's like, all right. Ooh, emo kid's like, that is the worst wolf pose I've ever seen. You were definitely not part wolf like I am. And the emo kid does this really weird pose. He's like, oh my god, I'm wolfing so hard right now. This is the most emo thing. I mean, the most the most alpha thing I've ever done. Oh my god. At this point, Emily's like, guys, you are both embarrassing yourselves. Emo kid is like, no, you will see that I'm the most alpha. I swear. Emo kid's like, all right, let's do it. Wrestle me. And, Brent's like, what? Emo kid jumps on top of him, just tackles him to the ground. Because he's like 20 pounds heavier, right? And a little bit taller. And Brent was completely taken off guard. He's like, bro, stop. What are you doing? And the emo kid's like, I'm out alphaing you. And that's when the camp counselor comes over and says, all right, guys, break it up. Tears the two of them apart. He's like, all right, so we're only doing this for 20 more minutes, but it looks like you two can't keep off of each other, so I'm going to be joining your group. Imagine how awkward this is. It is Emily, Brent, the emo kid, and a random camp counselor. So they do normal charades, right? And the entire time, the emo kid is like sneaking in punches to Brent's arm. He's like, ow. And when the camp counselor looks up, the emo kid puts his arms behind his back. And the emo kid's like, this isn't over, man. And then the emo kid walks over to Emily. He's like, tss, tss, Emily, tss. Emily's like, what? Do you think I'm more alpha? Shut up, kid. Emo kid's like, no. Okay, I'll just be direct. Do you want to go out with me? No! And the camp counselor was like, guys, silence while I'm doing charades. And Emily's like, dude, I don't want to go out with you. How many times do I need to tell you this? Emo kid's like, but I'm definitely more alpha. She's like, that's not a real thing. So the next day rolls around. It's Thursday. And that afternoon, there's no real activity. It's just known as like the soccer dance or whatever. And during the soccer dance, there's one coveted slow song where anyone who has feelings for each other might ask for like a slow song or something. And sure enough, let's just jump to the dance because the emo kid is like being a jerk to Brent all day, but that's not anything new. And sure enough, it is the dance. And they're putting on normal songs. And Emily and Robin and Brent are all together like, dude. And Robin's like, dude, the emo kid is definitely going to try and get that slow song with you. Like, Brent, you got to swoop in right away. Because at this point, Brent and Emily were, like, unofficially a thing. They're only at camp for a week, so they're not going to make, like, a long-term relationship. Let's have kids, baby. Okay, you know what I mean. But sure enough, the slow song comes on. And Brent's like, oh my God. And Emily's like, quickly. And you can see the emo kid sprinting from the other side of the room. So Emily and Brent quickly like get together in the slow song, kind of like whatever. And Emily's standing there and she feels Brent being ripped off of him. And the emo kid grabs Brent, rips him off Emily and tackles him on the ground. And this is where the camp counselors are like, oh, okay, foul play. They go in, they grab the emo kid and they like run it, like they take him off. They're like, all right, buddy, this is like your third strike and you are out. So they call up the parents of the emo kid. They say, your son can't come tomorrow. He's like fighting this one kid again and again and he won't stop. And so sure enough, the emo kid was picked up, taken away, and Brent and Emily finished off with a slow song together. The next day rolls around. It is Friday. It is only a half day where basically the parents come and watch a little like soccer presentation that all the kids have done. And by the end of it, right, most people are packing up. Brent and Emily are gone. And you remember the friend Robin from the beginning? One of the camp counselors and Robin were like friends or whatever, or like friendly. And the camp counselor's like, do you happen to know about that like emo looking kid? Like, do you happen to know what was up with him? And Robin's like, do I have a story?
Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click it. Do it. From a kid who argues with the teacher over if the sun is real or not, yeah, the sun, to a kid who thinks sitting in chairs is offensive, these are the craziest Gen Z kids you've ever seen. Let's go. So we're going to call... We're going to call the subscriber who submitted this story Jesse. Anyways, so in Jesse's class, there was a kid, and we're just going to call him the Gen Z kid, right? So the Gen Z kid is sitting in class, and today they were learning about space or something. I don't totally know why this happened. So this was in 5th grade. I think they were just doing like a small unit on space or something. And the teacher was saying something about like yada yada, this planet, whatever. And then she said something about the sun. And this kid spent a lot of time on TikTok. And the thing is, right, TikTok, super addictive. You know, the algorithms are made to keep you on there, but also there's a lot of misinformation that spreads on there because you see someone who says something and it blows up and it reaches a bunch of people and there's no real fact checking or sources cited, and you kind of just take them at face value, or maybe not you, but a lot of people do. So this kid, the Gen Z kid, must have seen a TikTok on his For You page being like, guys, the sun isn't real because I have never been to the sun before, therefore it doesn't exist, which some kind of like backwards, ridiculous logic that makes no sense at all, but it's said with like ominous, spooky background music number 28. So anyone who sees it's just like, oh my God, you're right. So yeah, anyways, this all happened when the teacher mentioned something about the sun. And the TikTok kid literally smirks, gives a little laugh, and says out loud, the sun? Don't tell me you guys still believe in the sun. And kind of looking around, right? So Jesse's looking at this kid who literally laughs and says, don't tell me you guys look at the sun, or look at the sun. Don't tell me you guys still believe in the sun, as he like looks around at all the other classmates. And believe it or not, all the other classmates, instead of being in agreement, laughing along, I bet the TikTok kid imagined in his little scenario that what was going to happen was all the other kids were going to be like, oh yeah, that's so ridiculous. Don't worry, man. We also don't believe in the sun. We saw that niche, obscure disinformation TikTok video as well. That's totally real. But no, everyone looks at the kid and the teacher stops like teaching for a second because the teacher's like, come again now? Like, what? And the not the spoiled kid. I'm so used to telling stories about spoiled kid. The Gen Z kid looks at the teacher. He's like, wait, you guys actually still believe in the sun? And he like looks around all like confused or whatever. And everyone's kind of looking at him like, dude, what are you even saying right now? And the kid's like, guys, do not tell me that you guys are falling for the machine and believing that the sun is real. I saw a video on TikTok yesterday that was all like, the sun isn't real because tell me, have you ever been to the sun? No. So, and I was thinking about it. I was like, dude, my mind just opened up. It's true. I've never actually been to the sun before. So it probably isn't even a thing. So you guys are really believing into the system. And Jesse's like, dude, like you can see it in the sky. And like, if you look at it for too long, your eyes hurt. And like, if you're in the sun for too long, your skin burns. Like it definitely is there, man. And then this, like the Gen Z kid looks at Jesse and he's like, dude, don't tell me you're falling for the disinformation. It's probably like a government thing. And Jesse's looking at this kid like, what, your best response to me saying you can see it and like it hurts your eyes and your skin, the best response to that, which is totally logical, is it's probably a government ... thing, ? What? Like, dude, I thought you said the government, like the sun wasn't even real. And so the teacher kind of steps in and is like, hey, like Gen Z kid, the sun is real. It's like, you can even see it. I don't know where you saw this video on TikTok or whatever that kids are on, right? But that's not true. The sun is real. Trust me. And, you know, the Gen Z kid's like, dude, why should I trust you? Like, you're definitely in bed with the government and, because of this teaching gig where you're making all this money to spread disinformation. And the teacher's just looking at this kid like, bro, you think I became a teacher for the money? And the teacher starts laughing because if you guys don't know, teachers do a really important job, but they are definitely not compensated that well. You do not go into teaching because you're trying to make some fat stacks. Not a single person would do that unless they had no idea, unless they knew literally nothing about teaching, and especially teaching compensation, would they ever go into teaching to make money, right? So the teacher's like, look, I survive, but I definitely am not making money, and I'm definitely also not paid by the government to spread disinformation. And the Gen Z kid's like, all right, guys, that's enough of this nonsense. And he stands up and he's like, okay, I'm calling it right now. We have a mass exodus from this class. Anyone who believes the sun is fake, get up right now and walk out of this class so that the truth can be heard. And the kid gets up And the Gen Z kid legitimately looks around the classroom expecting like every single kid to rise up and be like, yeah, man, you're right. The sun is not real at all, dude. I believe in you. You're saying what's right. But what actually ended up happening was every single kid, including Jesse, just stayed in their seat. It was almost as if they were sitting harder than usual, whatever that means. They were just emphasizing that they were sitting. It was like sitting with an exclamation point, not a period. I don't know how to explain it. But they were all just looking at this kid like, dude, you're freaking embarrassing yourself right now, man. Like, what are you saying, dude? And the kid's like, so, you're all part of the system and believe in the sun. You know what? I'm going to take my truth with me. And if you realize the truth someday, well, it's too late for you. Goodbye. And the kid legitimately gets up and walks out of the classroom. So basically, the teacher had to go find him outside of class and have a little discussion about him, about, you know, he can believe what he wants and he can think what he wants, right? But he can't disrupt the classroom. And, you know, the teacher, like, he showed the teacher the video. And apparently the teacher was almost immediately able to, like, point out the logical fallacies. And eventually the kid's like, okay, I guess I concede that maybe the sun is real. And I guess I concede that perhaps you're not paid hundreds of millions of dollars by secret government agents to spread disinformation. Because, like, the teacher showed him his car. And it's like, this is not what I'd buy if I had $100 billion. And, yeah, so eventually the kid came back to class the next day. He was kind of known as the sun is fake kid for a while, but eventually kind of blew over. And if you thought that Gen Z kid was crazy, you're not even ready for the next one. Because we're going to call the subscriber who submitted that one James. So anyways, right, there's a kid in James's class who is the very typical Gen Z Twitter type person where, like, I don't know, it's almost like a professional sport to try and become offended by everything. And let me just set the record clear, like, there are things that people should be genuinely offended by. Like, it is totally understandable if someone does something or says something that is completely out of pocket. Like, there are instances, right? And also, maybe someone does something they don't even mean to be, like, disrespectful, right? It's better to let them know in a respectful tone that they're being disrespectful by doing X so that they don't disrespect someone else. It's good to do that, right? However, there are also people, especially Gen Z people, that almost take this, like, as a lifelong crusade to find a problem with everything and to minimize or to maximize every small speck into, well, what if this and then that and then this and then that and then this and that, and I think that's offensive now. So this kid kind of took that to the extreme, and we're going to call this kid the Gen Z kid. So anyways, James was in class with this kid, and this kid was kind of just known for being a little weird, for just being a little strange, right? So one day he comes into class and he tells the teacher that he today is protesting the class. And the teacher looks at him and is like, dude, oh my God, what? So the teacher's like, okay, can you at least tell me why you're protesting the class today? Like, can you let me know why you're protesting the class? Like, can you enlighten me a little bit? And the kid was like, yeah, so you know what? I prefer to sit on the ground. I was thinking about this, and I like laying on the ground when I'm at home. It is easier for me to do my homework. It's better for my digestion. I prefer to sit on the ground. And there are no options for me to do so in this classroom. All the tables have chairs on them for the people who enjoy sitting, but my preferences of laying on the ground are not being accommodated, which I find extremely offensive. So I am protesting this class until this gets fixed. And dude, like, James was in class and he was just like, dude, what? So everyone was sitting there just like, bro, Twitter as a person's going crazy again. Like, what's going on now? And they're listening in, and like, James turns to his friend. He's like, this got to be a bit, right? Like, this got to be a big practical joke. And they check the calendar and it wasn't April 1st. They're like, oh my God, it's like August 28th or like October 24th. It's not April 1st. What's going on? Yeah, so sure enough, the teacher is kind of really like weirded out by this, but they're also like, okay. The teacher realizes that they can't just like snap on this kid and kind of like be realistic with them. Like, they cave a little bit, but they're just trying to de-escalate the situation. So the teacher's like, okay, I really don't think you should protest the class. I can definitely see if there's like a rug or something in the, I don't know, the closet, if you really wanted to lay on it. Like, you could do that if you really wanted to. Like, you could also just lay on the ground. And the Gen Z kid is like, what? Lay on the ground? And which is just like, I don't know why they were so like, wow, that's insane. Because didn't they just say that they like laying on the ground at home? But sure enough, they're like, I want something built for me to lay on. Which is like, bro, the whole point of laying on the ground is you're laying on the ground. You're not laying on your bed. Basically, what this kid ended up, like, because at this point, James is starting to realize that all this kid was saying was that they don't prefer to lay on the ground. They prefer to lay on a bed. And the fact that the school didn't have, like, 28 beds in a classroom for all the kids to lay on is, oh, no, that's bad, man. Because, oh, yeah, if kids are not allowed to lay in their beds in class, oh, no, good heavens, dude. They have to sit in a seat? You have to sit in a chair like everyone else? Oh, no. Yeah, so the teacher starts to catch on, too. And it's like, no. Like, you can lay on the ground if you want, but I can't do anything beyond that. And the Gen Z kid is like, starts laughing. And everyone in the class is like, did a screw literally just fall out of their head? Like, what's going on right now? Why is this kid laughing? So the kid's laughing. And the kid's like, oh, Mr. Teacher, you just made a huge mistake. You don't know what you just did. I'm going to go to the front office and I'm going to say that you were discriminating against my preferences and you're going to get fired. And then the kid laughs again. And this turns to his friend like, for a second, James is like, wait, can they actually do that? But yeah, so sure enough, the Gen Z kid storms out of class. The teacher didn't look that concerned because I think the teacher realized that he probably couldn't be, probably couldn't be fired because a kid was mad that they didn't have a bed in class for them to lay on. Most likely that was not going to result in him getting booted from his like 10-year-long position at like this, I don't look, unlikely. So anyways, the Gen Z kid marches up to the front office. And so, I mean, James doesn't know exactly what happened, but he heard bits and pieces and can assume what happened because, you know, he wasn't like there in the office with them. But anyways, sure enough, Gen Z girl or whatever, right? Gen Z kid goes up to the front office, demands to speak with the principal, has to wait like 20 minutes because like law and order, right? The principal is other thing that they need to do. Tells it to the principal about the horrors of not having a bed personally set aside for them and how that's what they want to do. And when the teacher didn't cave to the fact that they wanted a bed in class, that they must be fired because that is her preference. She wants to sleep in a bed. And the principal, like, I think the principal knew that, like, the principal had a bit more power in the situation than a teacher does. So the principal kind of gave it to her straight and was like, dude, no. The real world, right, is not going to cave to every single preference you have. It's not going to do everything you want to. If every kid has to sit in a seat, then every kid has to sit in a seat. Just like think logistically for a second what it would be like if we got 20 beds in a classroom. First of all, a lot of kids, like, what if they wanted to have seats? And then you'd have to have seats and beds. Also, beds are not conducive to good studying. And just a lot of stuff like that. And yeah, the Gen Z girl had to come into class the next day, completely defeated. And it was a little embarrassing for her. If you thought that those Gen Z kids were bad, this final one is like the pinnacle of Gen Z. So anyways, we're going to call a subscriber who submitted the story Ash. You guys catch the pattern so far? Jesse, James, Ash, OG Pokemon people, you know what that is? I haven't watched Pokemon forever, but I used to as a kid. Anyways, so there's a kid in his class who we're going to call the Gen Z kid. So this kid, he had a TikTok account and he posted a video of his dog doing something and it got like 50,000 views. And that sounds really good and 50,000 views is really cool. I mean, I'd be happy if I got 50,000 on TikTok. That sounds pretty good. But at the end of the day, stuff on TikTok will just randomly go viral. And it's not as if he gained like 10,000 followers who follow him because of his dog and he can make a branded account out of his dog, right? Like build a brand around that because like Doug the Pug and some other, there are like legitimate brands built around dogs. But no, he just had a random video get 50K, and this kid, the Gen Z kid, believed that he now was going to become a TikTok celebrity and drop out to pursue his quote-unquote passion of TikTok. Like, bro, what? Real quick, comment Gen Z if you made it this far into the video. And also, check us out on Spotify. It will be in the pinned comment down below. You can listen to these as podcasts on there, and it helps me out if you do. Anyways, so sure enough, this kid started going around telling everyone that it was so great to get to know them. And remember, they're in 6th grade or whatever. That it was so great to get to know them. That when he was rich, famous, successful, and had a 6-pack, 12-pack body abs movie star type lifestyle, right? Living with his laptop on a jet, on a plane, on a boat, on a mansion, that, you know what, he would remember them. And if they were lucky enough that they could stay at his mega yacht mansion boat jet, super cool Cobra Soar, I don't even know at this point. Anyways, he was going around telling people that he came to the conclusion that he was going to drop out to pursue TikTok, which, look, I'm actually not 100% against people really like honing in on their skills. If they get a shot of virality on a social media platform, I don't suggest dropping out unless you have a very scalable, sustainable 6-7 figure income from that stuff, because it can go away insanely fast. But I do actually suggest, if you get a short burst of attention on a social media platform, I am all for you digging in and trying to build something out of that maybe can turn into something bigger. But that's a more serious discussion for a different platform at a different time. I do not suggest you drop out of school because one of your TikTok videos goes viral by accident and you gain no traction from it. So people were immediately telling the kids, like, oh, wait, why are you dropping out? Like, do you have an account we don't know about? And he's like, no, look at this. And he like pulls out his phone and he shows them the video. And the video has like 52,000 views, which is cool. But dude, first of all, that's only 52,000 views. Which, look, I remember the days when I'd be happy with 30 views, but we're talking about dropping out of school. 52,000 views is nothing. And second of all, it's on TikTok with short-form content, which is way easier to get views on. I don't know how, I haven't been able to, and I've tried a bit, but just generally, much easier to. So, yeah, eventually he comes up to Ash, gives the whole spiel of like, oh man, I'm gonna be so rich, and I'm dropping out because I'm gonna be a TikToker. And Ash kind of like tells him straight up, like, dude, I don't think you should do that. Like, I get it. Like, you had a video do well, which like you totally could have the time to, and also they're in 6th grade. It's not like I think you still like legally need to be in school at that point. It's like, dude, like, first of all, I don't even know if you can drop out of school. Second of all, why can't you just do both? Like, I really like think you could put in the time for both, doing both. And also, look, this video going viral is cool and all, like, congratulations, man. But this isn't enough to really stand on alone. Like, this really isn't as impressive as maybe you may think it is. And, you know, the TikTok kid immediately when he hears this is like, dude, you're just jealous of my success on this platform. Like, you're just jealous that you're not going to be able to drop out of school and live the laptop luxury safari mega jet victory yacht mansion lifestyle that I'm going to. And Ash is like, all right, bro, like, cool, live your life. And so, yeah. Actually, this kid stopped showing up to class entirely because Ash had 1 or 2 classes with them. And Ash was really surprised because he was sure that this kid had been known for like telling lies a lot, telling tall tales and all this type of stuff, right? But he never actually expected this kid was going to follow through with, oh, I'm going to drop out to pursue TikTok. First of all, because you can't even drop out in 6th grade. You'd have to become like homeschooled, and that's not even really dropping out. That's just being homeschooled, right? So, sure enough, this kid had told nobody, but he stopped attending classes to pursue TikTok. And in all fairness, this kid was posting a lot of videos on TikTok, right? But one thing that you'll learn if you ever try to make like content or whatever is you kind of need to stick to the same niche, or maybe not the same. You need to have a continuous theme in your content, because people will follow you to get something, right? They want to be entertained or informed or something. If I started making random vlogs and then cooking videos and the math tutorials alongside my stories, they wouldn't perform well because people came to me for my stories, for the commentary, whatever you guys came to me for, right? So this kid was posting like 12 times a day, and he was posting like random vlogs. He's like, hey guys, dropping out of school vlog, episode 1, and then he'd be like, hey guys, so this is me playing video games, and they'd be like, hey guys, and they all, like, all the views was like 20 views, 40 views, which is whatever, and it's fine. And if you're just doing TikTok for fun, who cares how many views you get? I don't care if you get 0 views, man, like you did something for fun. But this kid was doing it because he dropped out. Yeah, so he didn't actually drop out. All he did was he stopped attending classes. So after a couple days of not attending classes, this kid's parents got a message from the school being like, kid's about to be on probation. He's like dropping out of all, he's not attending classes. Has he been home? Like, you guys got to let us know if he's sick or he's not coming in. And the parents obviously freaked out, and they confronted the kid, and the kid's like, I was pursuing my business endeavors, which posting to like 12 people on TikTok is not a business endeavor. If you have like millions of people and you're able to convert that to a product, or maybe convert other people to someone else's product and make a commission off of that, then fair enough. That is a business, right? However, this is not a business. And his parents were like, dude, you can't just not show up to class too. Like, what? So yeah, after this kid, the Gen Z kid, was talking all this smack about how he's going to live his laptop luxury lifestyle to everyone, within 2 days, he's back in classes. And I think Ash tells me that at least most people were cool about it. Like, they weren't going to taunt this kid because whatever, like, it's just not worth the energy. But apparently one kid actually did go up to him and be like, yo, dude, did you drive in today in your Lamborghini, Bugatti? Like, what color is your Bugatti, bro? Like, I'm actually really excited to see it. I mean, I know you're still here, but did you, like, chart in on your super yacht or something? Like, dude, where's your Bugatti? Yeah, he was, like, messing with the kid or whatever. But other than that, it just goes to show, dude, Gen Z kids, I'm a Gen Z kid, technically. Guys, don't believe everything on the internet. For the love of God. Oh, my God. Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a good day. Today we got 3 stories of Minecraft kids that I know you will enjoy. So let's just go ahead and jump into the first one. We're going to call the subscriber who submitted this story Peter. And by the way, all these stories are on Spotify, linked in the description. You'll probably even hear them about an hour earlier before they go up on here if you find them on Spotify. Anyways, so we're going to call the first subscriber who submitted this story Peter. And anyways, right, Peter was in a class, and in Peter's class, there was an assignment that they all had to do. And this assignment was the what do you want to do when you grow up assignment. And you got kids coming in being like, oh, I want to do YouTube. Oh, I want to be a doctor. Oh, I want to be president of the United States. Oh, I want to do your mom. There's like a lot of things that people came in and said like, oh, this is what I want to do, right? So it was kind of like done that you had a presentation. You would go home and kind of prepare a little bit, and then you go up there. I think a couple stories ago, someone else submitted something with their class had a similar type thing, and I know I had something like this, so this might just be a thing that happens to everyone in like 2nd grade. I don't know. Tell me in the comments if it's true or not. But anyways, right, so sure enough, you know, Peter wanted to be a doctor, which is pretty standard response. When I was 10, I wanted to be a doctor, and then I learned about medical school. But anyways, right, so, you know, Peter, you know, has this little thing. He wants to be a doctor or whatever. And eventually, let's just skip forward to the day of class. Let's just skip forward to the day where, you know, they're actually presenting. And, you know, Peter goes up there. He has a doctor's costume he bought or whatever. And, you know, sure enough, it's fine. It's whatever. That's not the interesting thing. There's a kid in Peter's class who we're going to call the Minecraft kid, because all bro does is play Minecraft. Like, literally every single day when he gets back from school. Doesn't even do his homework. Screw that. Does Minecraft. In class, he's asleep, so he can stay up all night to play Minecraft. This bro's life literally revolves around Minecraft. Don't get me wrong, Minecraft is a cool game. I use it for all my background footage. It has an integral place in my childhood. Like, I love Minecraft. Great game, right? However, please have a life outside of it. That's all I ask. That's all I ask, man. But anyways, right, sure enough, the Minecraft kid walks up to the front of the class. And everyone was kind of expecting him to say, like, I don't know, I want to, work for a video game company. I want to work for Mojang. I want to be a computer programmer so I can make video games or whatever.
Or maybe even like I want to stream on Twitch, which is like, even that's a little iffy, which you don't even want me to go into the statistics of how difficult that is. Anyways, and I won't, because I want watch time and good retention. So sure enough, the Minecraft kid goes up there, and Peter's kind of interested to see what he's going to say, because he's kind of expecting the Minecraft kid to say something a little bit goofy. Like, not too crazy, but just a little bit goofy. Just a little bit on the goofy side, right? And the Minecraft kid goes up there and says, all I want to do when I grow up is just keep playing Minecraft. And he brings with him, like, that, like, fake Minecraft sword, like a foam one that like you can buy for like $20 or something. I just know it because I got it for my 5th grade birthday party, and I might still have it, or I might have had my mom thrown it out without me knowing, which is a shame, but whatever, right? And so he brings this and he kind of swings it around. It's like, yep, all I do every day is I play Minecraft. When I go home and I play Minecraft, and I stay up all night to do it. That's why I'm never paying attention in class or doing anything like that. And I want to let you know that no one can tell me otherwise. All I'm going to do with my life is play Minecraft every single day. And the teacher's like, hey, this project wasn't about, what's your favorite hobby? What's your favorite pastime? This project was about, like, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? Or what do you want to do as a profession? There's a difference between, choosing to do something casually and choosing to do something professionally. And the thing is, right, this wasn't even a teacher who's like, if you're not a doctor or a lawyer, then you're not a real worker. Like, it wasn't one of these, like, old-fashioned teachers who doesn't understand, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say, like a teacher that doesn't understand kind of the new scheme of jobs. The teacher literally let a kid say, hey, I want to be a YouTuber, but if that doesn't work, I'm going to go to college for digital marketing or something like that. The teacher was fine with that. The teacher understands the new landscape of work. But the thing is, there's a difference between saying, hey, I want to pursue playing video games online, and if that doesn't work, then I want to do X, and saying, I want to sit inside and do video games all day, specifically Minecraft all day. Because, bro, let me just let you know, there's really no professional Minecraft leagues that pay you anything, right? I might be wrong. There might be like a professional Minecraft league that pays you like a couple $100 if you win a tournament. But dude, that's not enough to sustain yourself. Like, there are no, like, maybe if you wanted to say, yeah, I want to be professional, like Counter-Strike or a game like that, maybe. But even that is a massive stretch. And sure enough, the Minecraft kid didn't even say anything like that. He just said, I want to sit inside and play Minecraft all day. So Peter's just like, oh boy, because Peter's sitting down, he's watching the teacher really just like not be cool with this, and the Minecraft kid not even like adapting on the spot. Because one might have thought that, okay, the Minecraft kid realizes that the teacher is not a fan of what he just said, and that maybe if he wants to save his grade, I don't know, adapt it a little bit. Like, just switch things up a little bit. I don't know, man, like, just be like, oh, haha, what I meant is I want to go and learn how to make video games. Like, sure, that's fine. Go to school for programming or something like that. But the Minecraft kid doubles down and says to the teacher, what I want to do when I grow up is I just want to sit at home and do video games. I don't want to do anything else. I don't want anyone to bother me, and I just want to play Minecraft 24/7. And, Peter's just like, oh boy, this teacher's not going to be happy. And the teacher's like Minecraft kid, says his actual name, but it's like, Minecraft kid, I want you to know that, I'm going to give you, sit back down, step outside, and I'm going to give you 10 minutes to come up with a real job. Like, I'm going to give you 10 minutes, and I'm being very gracious right now, because at the moment, you have a fail on this assignment. Not like the Minecraft kid was really caring about his grades. I mean, he handed in 0 homework and basically was failing everything else. But the teacher's like, I'm going to give you 10 minutes of standing outside to come up with something new. And when you're ready, come back in and you may present again. So the Minecraft kid very angrily walks outside. And the teacher's like, all right, who's coming up next? And the teacher's like, okay, Ben, how about you come up? And within 10 seconds, the door slams open again. And the Minecraft kid says, I'm ready. So the teacher, I don't know if the teacher was just being hopeful because, I mean, come on. He was out for 3 seconds. You really think he came up with a new job? No. The teacher might have just been hopeful and was like, oh, that was fast. Sure. Come on up. What's the deal? What's going on? Come tell me about your new job. So Minecraft kid walks to the front of the class again and says, when I grow older, or when I'm an adult, I just want to sit inside and do Minecraft all day. I said it before and I'm saying it again. Boom. The teacher's kind of turns to the Minecraft kid and says, I was generous with you. Like, I gave you time to reconsider what you're doing. Like, to present again. Like, this isn't just what you want to do. This is like a presentation. This is an assignment for the front of the class. And at this point, the Minecraft kid says, so you're saying I can't do that? And the teacher's like, yes, I'm saying that when you're older, you're not going to be able to do that. Sure, you can play video games on the part. Like, you can partially play video games. That's totally fine. But you can't entirely play video games. You've got to do other stuff with your life as well. You have to find something that's going to bring you an income. You have to do something more productive than that. And, the Minecraft teacher, sorry, I'm jumbling my words. The teacher probably would have even been fine if you said, I want to, I want to make content around me playing Minecraft. The teacher was in tune with, you can entertain, like, entertainment is decentralized. Almost anyone can make entertainment. Not almost anyone will be successful, but almost anyone can. This isn't like the 80s and 90s where really you either had to like score a really big role in TV or radio or a movie. You can just post something on your phone. It's incredible. So at this point, the Minecraft kid was starting to get really angry. And he's like, teacher, I'm going to give you to a count of 3 to take that back. And the teacher is so taken aback by the fact that the Minecraft kid just said, I'm going to give you a count of 3 to pretend that you didn't just say what you said. And the teacher's like, are you insane? The Minecraft kid is like, 3. And the teacher's like, you don't understand. They're like, I am supposed to be the one giving you a countdown. Minecraft kid's like, 2. And the teacher's like, what is so wrong with me saying that you can't just sit around and play Minecraft all day? Like, that makes total sense. Like, I asked you in the presentation what you should do as a job. And you said sit around and play Minecraft. How do you expect to make any money from that? And the Minecraft kid's like, 1. The teacher's like, what? What are you going to do at the end of the countdown? And the Minecraft kid steps over and just goes down on one knee and is like bent down, is like, it starts making like weird noises. He's like, and the teacher's like, dude, what are you doing? Okay. Teacher probably didn't say dude, but the teacher's like, what are you doing? And the Minecraft kid jumps up, springs up, and is like, I will fight you in a 1v1 PvP battle. And he grabs his Minecraft sword and starts like swinging it around, trying to be like intimidating. But dude, it was a foam sword. You're playing Minecraft. You're not intimidating anyone, dude. Like, that's just not happening. And he starts swinging around. It's like, and the teacher's like, okay, I just what? Why? What are you doing? Like, stop it. Get some help, bro. Like, what's going on? And he's like, you said that I could do Minecraft every single day for the rest of my life. And the teacher's like, yeah, and I stand by that. Minecraft kid swinging around his foam swords like, you don't want me to be happy. You want me to be unhappy. And for that reason, it's you versus me in a PvP fight. At this point, Peter is just sitting there just trying to comprehend how everything escalated to this point. Because sure, like the Minecraft kid and the teacher were kind of fighting a bit and they weren't happy with each other. But the Minecraft kid really gave the teacher a 3-2-1 countdown and then entered into Minecraft PvP mode. He has his like sword out, swinging it all around. And at this point, right, Peter's just like, okay, something's going, like, this is not going to end well. At this point, right, he's like swinging around his sword. The Minecraft kid's like, I'm going to give you to another count to 3 to give me a 100% and tell me that I can 100% play Minecraft for the rest of my life. The teacher looks at him and says, no, I would be lying to you if I said that. And Minecraft kid is like, fine, you've chosen your fate. Minecraft kid's like, starts swinging his sword. The teacher says, if that foam sword even touches me for a second, you're failing this assignment and you're going straight to the principal's office. The Minecraft kid says, I will give you another count of 3 to reconsider everything. The Minecraft kid is obviously realizing at this point that he's in way too deep and he's also not winning. So he thinks that if he keeps on saying, I'm going to give you till the count of 3, that he is somehow going to win this whole thing. And sure enough, the Minecraft kid counts to 3. The teacher's like, okay, like what? What's going to happen now? The Minecraft kid's like, I warned you. Minecraft kid takes his foam sword, swings, and goes, bop, makes contact with the teacher. And at this point, the teacher grabs the sword, rips out of the Minecraft kid's hand, goes over, holds onto both the Minecraft kid's shoulders, and starts walking him out the door. It's like, all right, buddy, that's time to go to the principal's office for you. So the Minecraft kid and the teacher walk out the door, and everyone else is kind of just sitting there like, what? Anyways, the next story, we're going to call the subscriber Chris. So Chris has a cousin who we're going to call the Minecraft kid, right? And Chris doesn't really get to know his cousin that well. He doesn't see him that often. But Chris and his mom are over at his aunt's, it'd be his aunt's house. And, this is the first time, Chris has seen his aunt in years. And the last time Chris saw his cousin was like 4 and was really shy and didn't want to talk that much. Now his little cousin was 8 years old and was apparently a Minecraft fanatic. He liked playing it so much. He knew everything about it. He watched Minecraft YouTubers when he wasn't playing Minecraft. In his sleep, he dreamed about fighting the Ender Dragon. And, Chris didn't really know that much, but Chris was kind of told because Chris asked his mom, like, as they're driving there, like, what should I know? Like, I have to hang out with this kid, because Chris was told, oh, you get to hang out with your cousin for a little bit. It'll be good for you. Chris is, like, 16 at this point. He's not going to get along with his cousin on a lot of things. They're not going to have a ton in common. They can't talk about girl troubles at the same level, right? They can't talk about, oh, wow, math is so difficult. Yeah, because Chris's little cousin would be like, yeah, a simple addition really sucks. He'd be like, sure. So sure enough, Chris's mom was like, yeah, okay, so all I know is he's a big fan of, like, that game Minecraft. And Chris is like, yeah, I've played it a little bit. And by Chris saying that he's played it, literally all he means is, yeah, he and his friends have played some, like, survival servers at some points. Like, they'll be really into it for a week, and then they'll not play it for a year. That's how a lot of people actually get into it. You get super into Minecraft servers with your friends. You play for 2 weeks. You literally play 12 hours a day, and then you never touch the game again for years. That's just how it goes with a lot of people. So Chris and his mom get there, and Chris's aunt and Chris's cousin, right? Chris's cousin's actually in a different room, but Chris's aunt greets them. They're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you so long, Chris. You're so much older now. And Chris is in his head is like, yeah, that's kind of how time works, bro. But whatever, right? Sure enough, Chris's aunt was like, hey, Chris, I just want to let you know your little cousin's in the other room, and he would love to see you. Did he actually love to see him? Well, we'll see him in a second. So sure enough, Chris goes into the other room, and there's the little cousin who's sitting there with an iPad, and he's playing, Pocket Edition Minecraft. And Chris is like, yo, what's up, bro? Like, hey, it's me, Chris. I don't remember if you remember me, but I'm your cousin. And Chris's little cousin's like, yeah, I don't, like, hi, how are you doing? And Chris is like, oh, I heard you like Minecraft. And, Chris's little cousin's like, I do. Do you like Minecraft? And Chris in his head is like, he's like, yeah, I'm going to say yes, we're going to bond, and this will be less awkward. So Chris is like, yeah, I like Minecraft. It's cool. Like, I enjoy it. And Chris's little cousin immediately says, so you're an expert? And Chris is like, I don't know, but I played a little bit. And Chris is like, okay, well, riddle me this. So when you kill the Ender Dragon and there's the Ender Dragon egg, how exactly are you to get it? And Chris, who's never actually completed the game because he just plays a little bit, right? He's like, oh, you just mine it, right, with a pickaxe. The little cousin's like, meh, wrong. 1 strike against you. Next question. And Chris is kind of just thinking, wait, what? Like, is this some kind of like, well, like, what are we doing here? And, the little cousin's like, okay, so if you're fighting an Enderman and you have a bucket, like, a bucket of what? Like, what kind of liquid will Enderman not be able to, like, fight you in? And Chris is like, I don't know. Milk, because he remembered he's able to milk a cow. And Chris's little cousin's like, oh my God, meh, wrong. Water. Enderman will not fight you in water. 2 strikes, Chris, 2 strikes. And Chris is kind of like, oh my God, like this was supposed to be a bonding experience. This is the opposite of a bonding experience right now. Like, this is not a bonding experience. This is crazy. And sure enough, Chris is like, okay, man, well, I can play Minecraft with you. He's like, final question, and I need you to answer this. And Chris is like, okay. And so this little cousin's like, well, I need to think about it. I got to make it good. And, you're going to suffer the consequences if you don't get this question correct. So the little cousin's like, okay, who is the popular Minecraft YouTuber who has the Minecraft Manhunt series and is green? And the thing is, right, Chris kind of grew up on, the old school Minecrafters. So he was like, Captain Sparkles? And his little brother's like, no, it's Dream, you idiot. You aren't actually a Minecraft fan. You lied to me. And at this point, Chris is like, dude, it's simply not that deep. And the Minecraft kid's like, no, you betrayed my trust. And the Minecraft kid runs over to him and sinks his teeth into his arm. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, comment Minecraft down below. That'll be the secret word of the day. And it'll help me know how many people actually made it to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it when you guys comment the secret word down below so I can see all the names and faces. And if you want to support the channel, just continue watching more videos after this one. Literally just watching more videos supports the channel more than you can ever imagine. And also, it's on Spotify. And if you do listen on Spotify, please rate 5 stars. And if you want to submit your own stories of Karen, spoiled kids, Minecraft kids, crazy things happening in high school, submit them to either my Twitter or Instagram. You can do so by following me on those platforms and then DMing me on there. By the way, join the Discord server, link in description. Use code connorpugs for 10% off gamer subs. Helps you, helps me. And let's get right back into it. So Chris looks down at his little cousin who has bit him at this point. The little cousin has sunk his teeth into Chris's skin. Thankfully, he doesn't break it and draws blood or anything. And he's just looking at it. He's like, oh my God. And he shakes him off. He's like, dude. And the little cousin's like, well, that's your punishment for not actually enjoying Minecraft. You're a fraud, a phony, and a fake lover of Minecraft. You don't actually love Minecraft. You're a fraud, and that's your punishment. So Chris very angrily walks out. And Chris's mom and his Chris's aunt are looking like, oh, what just happened? And Chris is like my little cousin just bit me because he says I'm a fraud. Fraud alert, fraud owned. But he's like, he thinks I'm a fraud because I didn't understand all this really obscure trivia about Minecraft. Can you believe this? This is ridiculous. Oh my God. And at this point, Chris's mom's like, oh no. And Chris's aunt's like, oh, I forgot to say, he's really touchy about the Minecraft subject. And Chris's mom turns to Chris's aunt and is like, you told me that's what he really liked. And Chris's aunt goes on to say, well, yeah, he really likes it, but he takes it really seriously. And if you say you like Minecraft, he assumes that you like it at his level. And he's had so many people before say that they like Minecraft, but they just like it casually, that he now thinks that anyone who says that and doesn't know all the obscure trivia that he knows is a fakester, a fraud, or a phony. At this point, Chris is kind of just like, well, why didn't you tell me this before? And you can hear the little cousin screaming, get that fraud out of here, Mom. I don't want to hang out with that fraud. And sure enough, Chris's aunt goes into that room. You can hear her say you better behave yourself. This is unacceptable behavior. You hear me? This behavior is unacceptable, and I won't stand for it. I simply won't stand for this. You only see your cousin once a year. This is insane. And Chris is kind of just listening to this, and Chris's mom's like, Chris, I'm so sorry. I did not know. And Chris is like, it's fine. How would you know? I don't know anyone else who does this. I simply could not blame you even if I wanted to. The situation going down right now, it's just so ridiculous. I just can't blame you at this point. And so Chris's aunt comes back out and it's like, once again, I am so sorry. None of this was ever supposed to happen. You know what? You can go back in there. And he said they just calmed down. And Chris kind of just looks at his aunt. It's like, he said that? And Chris's aunt's like, well, I mean, he implied that with his actions. Basically just meant Chris's aunt went in there and kind of shouted at him until he quieted down. And, sure enough, Chris decides, okay, I'll go back in there. And when Chris walks back in, he's like, hey, dude. And, his cousin, the Minecraft kid, is just on the iPad. And, he walks in a little bit. And Chris is like, so, playing some Minecraft? And the little cousin's like, not like you would know. And Chris is like, well, okay, when I said I liked Minecraft, I literally just meant I played a little bit with my friends. I think it's a fun game. And the little cousin's like, if you thought it was a fun game, then you would have known my trivia. And Chris is like, well, not necessarily. Just because I don't know every detail about the game doesn't necessarily mean I don't like the game. That just doesn't sound fair to me. And Chris is like, I don't know. Like, I enjoy playing with my friends. Doesn't mean I don't watch it on YouTube. So that trivia question about knowing that guy, like, it doesn't matter. Like, I really don't understand why you bit me. And, the little cousin is just, like, playing his Minecraft, but then he pauses his game. So, it's about to get real serious, right? And he closes out his iPad. He's like, I bit you because you're a fraud. You're a fraud who says he likes Minecraft, but really doesn't. Little kid turns around, jumps, and bites Chris on the other arm. And Chris is like, oh my God, pushes him off again. Chris storms out of that room and goes over and is like, Mom, he bit me again. And Chris's mom's like, oh dear. And his aunt's like, oh. Chris's aunt runs back into the room, shouts at the Minecraft kid again, and shuts the door. And it's like, Chris, you know what? I haven't seen you in a while. How about you stay out here with your mom and I, and we'll just have a discussion here. You and your cousin can, you guys can meet each other again, maybe in a couple years, when he's out of this phase. Hopefully this is a phase. I really hope this is a phase. So the final Minecraft kid story, we're going to call the subscriber who submitted it Bart. Because if you couldn't tell, I got Peter, Chris, and Bart, Family Guy, Simpsons. I'm trying to do themes with these names now. Just keep myself interested. Anyways, though, right? So, Bart was in class, and he was in 3rd grade at the time. He was on the younger side for sure. I don't know exactly what grade. This could have well been 2nd grade, but let's just say 3rd grade just because. And so what they were supposed to do is they were assigned that, they could choose any country in the world, and they got to decide, they would have to research it, make a little presentation, and eventually present it in front of the entire class. So there was a kid in class who we're just going to call the Minecraft kid. He wasn't even that obsessed with Minecraft. He just really enjoyed the game. And it gets interesting because the Minecraft kid, he mixed up basically, right? He mixed up the nether, like in Minecraft, and the Netherlands, like the place. So anyways, right, it's the day that they're presenting. Bart is sitting next to the Minecraft kid, and he leans over and he's like, hey dude, like where did you choose? And he's like, oh, the Nether. And Bart's like, what? Like, you have to choose a country. And the Minecraft kid's like, yeah, it's next to like Sweden, Norway, it's like in that part of Europe. And Bart's like, oh, okay. So Bart knows about the Netherlands, right? He just kind of thinks that, the Minecraft kid learned like a shorthand way to call like, oh, maybe the cool people call the Netherlands the Nether, and I just don't know any better. The thing is, though, so Bart went up, he did his presentation, it was totally fine. But the Minecraft kid, he went up to go do his presentation. And the thing is, right, when the Minecraft kid went to go look up, like, the Netherlands, right, he must have written down the Netherlands wrong and wrote down the Nether and maybe couldn't read the rest of it. So when he typed into Google the Nether, he got, like, Minecraft Wiki. He got articles about the in-game Minecraft universe, the Nether. And he actually ended up, because, look, he's in 2nd or 3rd grade. Reality and fiction is kind of a blurred line for kids at that point. So he went up there and he did an entire presentation talking about, like, here's photos, and he literally took screenshots from, like, a really good texture pack of the Nether. He's like, up here, like, this far up into Europe, he's like, it's really fiery. It's there's these floating fire monsters. There's these like pig creatures that come after you if you provoke them. And the entire class like is just looking at him like, bro. And the teacher just has this smile on his face like, okay, how are we gonna handle this, boys? Like, how are we gonna go about this? And the the Minecraft kid finishes up his presentation. And everyone is kind of clapping a little bit. And for every single person, there's a point where people can ask questions. A lot of the times, like, the kids would be like, I don't know. Like, if it's not my presentation, I don't know it. But one of the kids raised his hand, and, the Minecraft kid pointed on him. And, he said, nice presentation, but I'm pretty sure the Nether isn't real. And the Minecraft kid starts laughing. He's like, what do you mean the Nether isn't real? And he's like, I don't think you... I don't think you put down the name right. And the Minecraft kid is really confused, and he turns to his teacher. And the teacher is like, okay, I gotta speak up. The teacher's like, yeah, so, Minecraft kid, I hate to say it, but I think you wrote down the name wrong. I was looking it up while you were doing your presentation because I was pretty confused, and I looked up the Nether into Google, and apparently it's a place in a video game. You were supposed to do the Netherlands. And the Minecraft kid got super embarrassed because he has this whole presentation. He was 100% confident that this place really existed, and he was kind of just told that, oh, well, actually, truth is, you just messed up the whole thing. But the teacher's actually was a pretty cool dude because the teacher wanted to say, like, man, like, he's like, hey, all I asked you to do was to do a presentation, on a place that, I thought that, to do a presentation, do the work, do the research, put it together, and present it to the class. He said, hey, you did the research. I can tell you put in the work. This is a great presentation, and you presented it in front of the entire class. Yes, you didn't do exactly what I asked, but you didn't do so maliciously, and your intentions were good, and you put in the effort. He said, I'm going to grade you as if you did a real country. And, the Minecraft kid was very happy to hear this because he more or less kind of like dodged a bullet there. Because I'm sure the Minecraft kid and Bart especially, like when Bart was sitting there, he was worried for his friend because he was friendly with the Minecraft kid. He was worried that he was going to get like a check minus. Basically, they had check plus, check, and check minus as their system. They got grades when they were older, but he was afraid he was going to get a check minus, or maybe, the teacher wouldn't understand and would call up his parents being like, your son isn't taking this class seriously. When the son was taking it seriously. He just didn't understand the instructions. He didn't get the memo, right? And it's cool to see teachers like this really come together and understand that, if the intention is good and the work was put in, really that's all that, you're supposed to be doing in school. So the Minecraft kid sat down and Bart turned over like, hey man, I'm sorry that I didn't say anything. I honestly thought when you said the Nether, you were just doing shorthand for like the Netherlands. I thought that was a nickname or something. And the Minecraft kid's like, you're good, dude. Like, it's totally fine. Like, I should have like known that. And, and Bart was like, dude, there's actually a cool presentation. Like, I kind of like Minecraft myself. And, I learned a thing or two about Minecraft. Like, if I'm going to speed run the game, I'll think about your presentation. And, the Minecraft kid took that, like, pretty nicely. And he smiled back. And, after that, the Minecraft kid actually got a check plus for his presentation because the Minecraft kid put in a check plus worth of work. And most kids got check pluses. Some got checks if they really clearly didn't put in any work. But the majority of kids got check pluses, including the Minecraft kid, who did a presentation on the Nether, which I just thought was pretty funny, but also W teacher. 100% W teacher. He gets it. He's the GOAT. Anyways, if you want to support the channel, keep watching videos after this.
Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click it. Do it. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're having a good day, because today we have a pretty crazy story of this Minecraft kid who believes that after playing Minecraft that he needs to go back to his caveman roots. And going back to his caveman roots literally just meant not showering, I guess. And he thinks that this will get him all the ladies. And let me just say that that may or may not be the case, but you'll have to wait and see. So anyways, sit back, relax, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's just jump right into this. So we're going to call the subscriber who submitted this story Alex. And by the way, my Instagram is in the description. It's also connorpugs. Go follow me there, and you can submit stories like this to me on there. I'll get to them when I get to them. And anyways, so Alex was in 8th grade, and he had this kid in his class who we're going to call Ben. Yes, we're bringing back the name Ben for random secondary characters. And anyways, right, Ben was like, he wasn't like super into Minecraft. Actually, he knew nothing of Minecraft until like a couple weeks before the story. And that's when he was introduced to the game by one of Alex's friends. We don't need a name, right? And anyways, right, Ben got super, super into it. Alex doesn't really know how Ben didn't know what Minecraft was. Like, it wasn't like Alex wasn't, or it wasn't like Ben wasn't on the internet. Like, I think Ben might have heard of it, but he'd never, like, he didn't know what it was. So when one of Alex's friends introduced Minecraft to him, Ben basically disappeared for like 2 weeks. Like, he went to school and everything, but he stopped being on social media, disappeared as soon as he could, like, didn't show up to anything. He was just in his room for as long as he could, playing Minecraft. And I don't mean, like, I don't know, like parkour servers like this, or player versus player servers. I mean, he was playing, like, vanilla, straight up, your traditional Minecraft. That's all he was doing, and he was in love with it. And 3 weeks later, he came into school one day, and he's like, Alex, buddy, I need to tell you something, a revelation I've come to. And Alex is like, yeah, what's good, dude? And Ben's like, brother, We need to return to the caveman days. I was playing Minecraft a couple days ago, and I came to a realization that we need to return to our caveman roots. And I have started that already. Alex is like, what do you mean by that? And at this time, Alex was noticing quite a pungent aroma coming from Ben, right? You know, he didn't want to say anything. He didn't want to be mean. He didn't want to be, you know, cruel or anything. But let's just say that, you know, Benny old boy was not smelling the greatest. He was kind of, he had this essence, this odor, this aroma, some might call it, that wasn't the greatest, to put it lightly, right? So anyways, Alex or Ben goes on to say, yeah, so I've been playing Minecraft, and it just feels so good. It feels so natural. I mean, yeah, playing a block game feels natural, but whatever. I like Minecraft. I'm not saying it's not, but he goes on to say, and I've realized that, you know, my failures in the lady department, the reason why women don't love me is because I'm not like the natural man. And when they see me as the natural caveman, they will instinctively fall in love with me. And Alex just looks at Ben. It's like, Ben, I don't know where you're going with this, but I really don't have a good feeling about this. And Ben's like, Alex, I'm here to convert you to my ways. And Alex is like, what? And he's like, are you trying to like sell me an MLM or something? Like, where are we going with this? And Ben is like, no, Alex, return to the caveman. Return to the caveman, Alex. This is what Steve has taught me. And Alex is like, Ben, are you okay? Like, if you need help, like, I can help you get. He's like, no, you need help, man. You don't understand. He said, look, I've returned to my caveman roots, but by not doing any of the showering that is in our modern day societies. You really think putting chemicals in our hair and rinsing it with fake water? Alex is like, fake water? What are you? He's like, these are details. These are details, Alex. Don't question it. It's whatever. You don't understand. The natural aroma that comes from the human body has been programmed for trillions of years. And Alex is like, I don't think humans have been around for trillions of years. And Ben's like, that's not the point. The point is the aroma, the natural musk. Sure, you can buy cheap garbage from, like, I don't know, Armani or Gucci. Their fragrance is terrible. They'll destroy the brain cells. But the true caveman odor is what Steve has taught me. And Alex is like, so are you going to, like, I don't know, spend more time outside, get more sunlight, exercise, eat like not processed stuff like the caveman too? And Alex is like, whoa, or Ben is like, whoa, Alex, chill out. Let's not go crazy. Let's not go cuckoo banana mode on me, okay, man? Okay, man, is that good? Like, let's not go crazy. I'm not dropping everything for this caveman thing, but I am embracing the natural musk. And Alex just looks at him and says, so Ben, you're not really changing anything about what you do besides not showering. That's the only difference. And Ben's like, well, no. It's not just not showering. It's embracing my natural musk, my natural odor. It will instinctively make women love me. And Alex is like, Ben, as your friend, I guess, I strongly suggest you don't do this. And Ben is like, you know what, Alex? I understand that you're a hater, and that's okay. Alex is like, I don't think I'm a hater, and Ben's like, silence. Look, you know that girl over there, Ava? You know how, the prettiest girl in our class? I've always had a crush on her, and I never had a chance. And Alex is like, well, that's also something that has not changed. And Ben's like, look, I'm going to go up to her, and you're going to see. I'm going to go up to her. I'm going to lift up my arms so my armpits are bare. Let her embrace my natural aroma, my natural odor, and you will see that she will just fall in love with me. I'm going to ask her out, and she's going to say yes. It's not even going to be her saying yes. It's going to be her subconscious breaking through to the surface and convincing her that I am the true man for her. Alex is just looking at Ben. He's like, dude, did playing Minecraft make you think this or something? And Ben's like, no, it encouraged me to remember my true caveman days. And, Alex is like, okay. That's cool, man. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, you're cool. That's good. Okay, actually, Ben, yes. Let's see it. I will, too, embrace the caveman if Ava goes out with you because you smell bad. And Ben's like, I don't smell bad, I smell natural. If that is bad to your nose, then you have a bad nose. And Ben's like, or Alex is like, all right, I got bad nose. That's not great. Ben's like, you'll see. Anyways, next day comes around, and Alex is sitting with his friends, and he explains like, yeah, so you know Ben, right? And they're like, yeah, we know Ben. Alex is like, yeah, so he's doing something crazy. And they're like, well, I don't know what he's been doing, but he's been smelling like garbage recently. And Alex is like, it's related. You're not going to believe this. He played Minecraft, and then he believed he had to go back to the caveman era, like he had to be a man again. And that doesn't mean working out or, reading. It just means not showering for some reason. It's kind of ridiculous. And they're like, yeah, I mean, Ben has been smelling a little bit more musty, and it kind of smells like spoiled milk at this point. But I guess I guess that makes sense now. And Alex goes on to say, yeah, and Ava? And they're like, yeah, of course we know Ava. Hottest girl in our class, beauty, right? 10 out of 10. They're like, Alex is like, yeah, so Ben is going to ask her out later today. They're like, he's going to do what? He's going to do, and Alex is like, yeah, so Ben thinks that because he smells like he does, she's going to instinctively say yes. They're like, dude, why did you say yes? Why did you allow him to go on with this? At this point, Alex's friends are like, bro, you're kind of being a bad friend of Ben. And Alex is like, dude, he was so confident. He was being so cocky. And they're like, dude, he's going to get rejected. And there's a chance he gets rejected really hard and really embarrassingly in front of everyone. Do you want that for him? And look, Alex was not happy with the way that Ben went about explaining or teaching him, quote unquote, the ways of the caveman, aka no shower, no more, right? But at the end of the day, they were still friends, and Alex knew that Ava was not just going to say no, but, she had developed a bit of an ego because she did know that she was, the most beautiful girl in the class, and she could have any guy she wanted. She was not going to be nice about letting him down. She was going to be cruel, she was going to be mean, and she was going to crush him, dude. She was going to freaking crush him. And Alex is like, all right, I got to find Ben. I need to find him before he asks Ava out. And as Alex was saying that, he hears, or he looks up, and he looks at the table across, because they're sitting at lunch. He looks at the table farthest away, and that's where Ava and her friends were sitting, and Ben was walking up to her table. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, comment Minecraft down below. And if you want to support the channel, one of the best things you can do is binge watch the videos. And please let me know in the comment section what you're doing while watching these videos. And also, final thing, a bit of a new request I have. If you haven't already done so, if you have a TikTok account, go follow my TikTok. It is connorpugs. I have about 7,000 followers on there. I'm reposting clips from here. I'm just trying to reach a new audience on TikTok and hopefully bring them to the family over on here. And if you could even just following me in there and occasionally watching my videos, basically no one watches them on there, and I need a little bit of traction from you guys to help them reach new people, and I really would appreciate it. Anyways, let's get back to the story before I bore you guys. And also, if you're going to buy some gamer sups or any of their stuff, wait about a week. I have a pretty cool surprise coming for you guys. But anyways, enough of teasing that. I can't say too much right now. Anyways, right, so Alex looks over and he notices that Ben is walking to Ava's table. And he's like, oh my God, no, this can't be happening. And he goes and he starts to like walk over, and the people Alex was sitting with are like, Alex, go, he's gonna do it, don't let this happen. So Alex is basically sprinting over to the table, but he doesn't get there in time, and he kind of stops. He's like, no, I'm too late. So Ben goes up to Ava and goes, ahem, Ava? And Ava looks up and is like, yes? Oh my, the next part's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Ben goes up to her and literally lifts up both of his arms. You know how, like, after you run and you're, like, really exhausted, you'll put your arms above your heads to, like, make it easier to breathe, right? Or you're told to do that or whatever, right? That's basically what he did. And you could see Ava's face. Like, first you saw her nose kind of twitch as she was smelling what was going on. And then you saw her eyes water, her face crunch up. And you could almost hear like like it was a bad smell. It was not good. And Alex is like, oh no, oh my God, I'm partially responsible. Oh my God, I'm partially responsible, man. This is on me. Anyways, Ben goes on to say, so Ava, now that I've let your senses acclimate themselves, and if you have any primal urges, wink wink, that are coming up from the surface that are breaking through, would you like to go on a date? You know what, let's just skip that. Would you like to be my girlfriend? And Alex is like, in his head, he's like, no, Ben, no, no. And so sure enough, Ava's just looking at him, blinking, not even responding, not laughing or anything. She's just blinking because she's just so dumbfounded by did this kid just straight up ask me out? Because remember, Ava and Ben, they're not friends. They're not dating each other. They're not close like that. What? And he also smells terrible. And Ben is like, if you don't know your answer yet, maybe you'll know it in a second. And Ben literally gets closer to her and like pushes his armpit in her face. And she's like, ew, get away from me, and kind of pushes him back. He's like, looks over at Alex, and Ben's like, yells over, don't worry, Alex, don't worry, give it a second, you'll see, man, you'll see, it's crazy, you're not gonna believe it, she's gonna fall in love with me. And Ava looks up, fall in love with you? I don't know who you are. I just know that you're a guy who came over here and is smelling terrible and is pushing his stinky armpits in my face. No, I will not go out with you. And like at this point, everybody in the cafeteria has turned their heads. Everybody has turned their heads and is looking at this because it's a scene. It's a spectacle. I mean, Ben is standing up there with his greased out armpits, and Ava, known as the prettiest girl in the class, has just demolished him in front of everyone, spectators of the entire class. At this point, there's an awkward silence because people have stopped speaking. Like, they've stopped speaking because they want to hear what's going on. And Ben is like, I see. Let me know if you change your mind. And Ava's like, no, I will never change my mind. As I said, she's a little extra, right? And Ben just walks over to Alex. And Alex looks at him. He's like, dude, I was trying to come over to tell you not to do it. Like, I'm sorry. This is my fault. Ben's like, bro, this is not your fault. She just needs time to realize. Like, Ben goes on to say that, this is totally part of the plan. He knew that there's a chance that, her like primal senses would be stopped by her like brain, but it was only a matter of time till like they break through. And now that he's like broken through to the senses through like essencing out the stink or whatever, that like eventually within like the next 24 hours, she will come to her senses, maybe privately, maybe not publicly, but they will be dating. And Alex is like, dude, you can't seriously think that. And Ben is like, it's my theory. Like, I know it's to be true. You have your opinions, and I have my facts. I'm sorry, I stole that from Baskets. Greatest show ever. Rip Christine Baskets, bro. Brings a tear to my eye. Anyways, and so sure enough, next day rolls around. It has been 24 hours. And Alex just goes up to Ben. He's like, yo. Ben's like, yeah, what's up? He's like, hey, did she ask you out yet? And he's like, no, it hasn't been 24 hours. Ben looks at his phone, looks at the time. He's like, dude, it's been like 22 hours. And Ben goes on to say, see, you're proving my points. Once again, my facts destroy your opinions. And Alex is like, okay, but I mean, she hasn't asked you out yet. And 2 hours go by. Alex goes up to him and Ben's like, dude, I don't want to talk about it. Alex is like, that's fine, man. Like, you don't have to prove anything to me. Like, I get it. Alex is like, dude, you're good. Don't worry about it. Just please go home and take a shower. And sure enough, Ben, while he actually continued to play Minecraft, no longer believed the whole caveman philosophy of you must smell like garbage for women to like you. And that was partially due to the fact that it doesn't work, and he has firsthand experience in why it doesn't work. And yeah, him and Ava did not ever date from that point on. It was a pretty bad first impression. By the way, that was a first impression practically. I think they knew of each other beforehand, but yeah. Moral of the story is, don't do that, guys.
Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click it. Do it. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're having a great day today, because today we have probably one of the most insane stories about a Minecraft kid to date. I mean, you do not want to miss this, so sit back, relax, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's call today's subscriber who submitted this story, let's call him Dave. So anyways, right, Dave was in the 3rd grade, and in the 3rd grade, like at this time, Minecraft was huge. I mean, Minecraft was really big now, but it was like really, really big back in like like 2013, 2014. Dave is quite older, but this is a story from back in his childhood. So anyways, right, one thing that was starting to get pretty big, 2015, 2016, I don't totally know exactly when the story happens, was something called, Minecraft PvP, where basically people would fight each other in Minecraft. And there was this kid in Dave's class who we're going to call Ben, because of course we're going to call him Ben. So anyways, right, Dave and Ben, they weren't necessarily best friends, but they started to get to know each other because they both were really into the whole Minecraft player versus player battles. And so they would start to like play a little bit, with each other after school. They would go on Minecraft servers and they would fight each other, and it was actually quite fun. So Dave and Ben started to become friends in class. And the thing is, though, Dave was not friends with Ben after what is about to happen, which is absolutely crazy, but you'll have to wait for that one, right? So anyways, right, Dave and Ben, they're talking at recess. So there's a swing set at this school's recess, at the school's playground. So Dave and Ben, they're both on the swings, and, Ben is like, man, I don't know, I really don't like Miss Davenport. So Miss Davenport's going to be the name of their teacher for their math class. And Dave's like, dude, I know, she's the worst. And Ben's like, bro, like, I wish I could just, like, spend my entire day getting better at Minecraft PvP, like, learning how to, like, be better. But instead, I have to spend all this time learning my times tables, bro. I hate those. Little side note, I hated my times tables because I would be, like, timed to be, like, you have to do all these in 1 minute. I'm terrible under pressure. I did not like those. But anyways, Dave and Ben, they were talking about how they really didn't like, the math they had to do in their class, and how they thought that their teacher was, like, extra mean, even though Dave tells me in retrospect the teacher was actually super normal. Like, she was, like, honestly just trying to teach them the fundamentals of math that they would need for, like, the next 7 years of schooling. But at that time, Dave and Ben, the Minecraft kid, they just didn't get that. So Dave and Ben decided that, they were going to pull a prank on their teacher to somehow get more time to play Minecraft. So what they were going to do is they were going to find a way to bring their, like, computers into class and to play Minecraft, like, during class so that they can... Because, like, what they were thinking is Dave and Ben, the Minecraft kid, were like, you know what? I hate math. When am I actually going to use it? But you know what I'm using every day? My Minecraft player versus player battle skills. Oh yeah, baby. So yeah, basically they were thinking to themselves, like, we gotta practice in class because we're wasting all of our time doing math. This is ridiculous. So anyways, they conjure up a plan, and the whole plan is that they will, like, put their backpacks on their desk, because they actually had pretty big desks, and they would also sit all the way in the back of class, and their backpacks would be, like, on the desk enough so that it would be kind of blocking their computers. Then they'd whip out their computers, and, they would have their mouses or whatever, and then they would play Minecraft in class, and they just, like, attach to the school Wi-Fi. This was so far back then that, like, the school Wi-Fi, like, people, like, the administrators in the school didn't even know about, like, how to do, like, Wi-Fi blocking. You know how, like, when you go to school Wi-Fi, you can't look up certain sites or use certain things? This was back in the day when, like, they didn't even know about this. They're just like, oh, internet connection, cool. Anyone can use it. We don't really care. I don't know if every school was like this, but at least Dave and Ben's school was like this. So anyways, the next day rolls around, and they bring their computers into school. And on the way out, Dave's mom was like, oh, honey, why do you have your computer with you? And, Dave was like, I need to think quick on the spot. He's like, we need it for class. And Dave's mom's like, oh, cool. So anyways, Dave goes into school. He meets up with Ben before class. He's like, bro, are you ready? And Ben's like, yeah, dude, I got my PC. I'm ready for this. So they go into class, and they both sit in the back of the class. And the teacher's like, all right, class, today we'll be learning about long division. By the way, screw long division. That is the worst thing ever. But anyways, right, so Dave and Ben, they're sitting in the back of class. They pull out their backpacks, and they put them on their desk. And the teacher kind of looks over and doesn't think anything of it. She's like, weird. But if you want to have less desk space, then be my guest, bro. Like, that's not on me, that's on you, so whatever. And then Dave and Ben, they pull out their computers, and then they pull out their mice, and they barely have enough room to fit everything on there, but barely is still it. They still have enough room, even if it's barely enough room. So anyways, right, they get their laptops out, they connect to the Wi-Fi. They're like, all right, this is perfect. So they go on whatever player versus player Minecraft server where they can fight each other and other people. I don't know if it was Hypixel back in the day. I don't know if it was like a Bad Lion or whatever. I don't even know. I don't know the history that well. But they go on their server, right? And the thing about like Minecraft PvP, if you don't know, when you fight someone in Minecraft, you normally have like a sword. Normally, I mean, you can have like bow, rod, lava bucket. You can have a lot of stuff. But normally it's sword fighting, and for sword fighting, you need to click. And neither of these kids had auto clickers or anything like this. So they wanted to swing their sword, they needed to click. And the thing is, right, they didn't have some kind of like ghost mouse that makes no sounds when you click it, which I don't know even if that's a thing, because like, why would you want that? Except for this very specific situation, which doesn't come up often. Well, actually, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not typically in class pretending to be like hiding behind like a backpack, secretly playing Minecraft, ignoring my math schools or my like math class or whatever. That doesn't normally happen. But anyways, right? So the thing is, for them to play, they need to be clicking. And remember, this class isn't super loud and rowdy, and no one else is on their computers, and no one else is clicking a mouse. So they don't even really think of this. They're just like, Dave and Ben are just so excited to the fact that they're able to play Minecraft during their math class that they legitimately just start, they get on the server and they go, actually, I have a mouse with me right now. They just start like going crazy, and they're clicking away and they're fighting people, and they're doing pretty well, right? So Dave is super focused right now. He's playing this kid who's actually pretty good, and they're really close. They're basically have the same number of hits, and he hears Ben whisper, "Dave, Dave, Dave, Dave," and Dave's like, "Ben, stop, I'm in the middle of a fight." And that's when the teacher says, then he hears his name again, but he hears Dave, and sure enough, it is Miss Davenport. And he looks up, and he immediately closes his computer. At this point, like, Ben is like, oh my God. And Dave is like, hi, Miss Davenport. How's it going, Miss Davenport? How's it going there? Haha, what's good? Miss Davenport, and sure enough, like, Miss Davenport's like, you two, you're coming with me. And they pack their bags, and they walk up to the principal's office, and they get in trouble because you're not supposed to be doing that in class. And, and the principal, ends up calling their parents. When Dave gets back, Dave's mom's like, you were playing Minecraft, you were playing, like, video games. I don't know if she knew if it was Minecraft exactly. So, you were playing video games in class. You're supposed to be paying attention. Like, this is foundational material for the rest of your, academic career. Like, you're going to be in college, and college math class, and you're going to be thinking back, why didn't I pay attention to that long division? Bro, I've never done long division, like, since fourth grade, bro. Just a little tip. I mean, learn it because you need to pass, but I've never used that stuff again. Oh, my God. Anyways, though, Dave is not happy. And, Ben is also not happy. So the next day, while they did get in trouble, they still had their recess privileges. So they went out back to the swing set. And Ben was like, dude, Miss Davenport is the worst. And Dave's like, bro, 100%. She is the worst. Even though, like, in retrospect, Dave tells me that Miss Davenport was literally just doing her job, and that Dave back then and Ben, his friend, were just a bunch of dumb kids. But anyways, at the time, Dave and Ben were like, bro, she is the worst. We need to actually get back at her for what she did to us. And Dave's like, bro, what were you thinking? And Ben's like, you know what? Last night, I was just so angry that I was sitting there and I was just trying to come up with something. I was trying to come up with an epic prank that would truly get her. So Dave and Ben end up doing something which you guys will hear in just a little bit. That is something that I have to do a little bit of a disclaimer. Do not do this. I have personally never done it, and I actually don't know anyone who's done this. And it's also pretty illegal, and it's a jerk move, and you should never do something like this. That's just my disclaimer coming from me, so I can freely tell the rest of the story. So anyways, on the swing set, Dave and Ben, since they live close to each other and they're allowed to kind of roam around, Ben's like, dude, I figured out exactly where Miss Davenport lives last night. And Dave's like, bro, what? And Ben's like, dude, Miss Davenport, she lives really close to us. Like, she lives like 5 minutes away. And Dave's like, bro, okay, what do you want me to do with this information? And Ben's like, dude, my mom just bought eggs. And she probably, so much stuff goes in her fridge, she won't notice if she loses some eggs, right? And Ben's like, or Dave's like, bro, Ben, I don't understand what you're trying to say. And that's when Ben says, you and me, tonight, we're going to go egg her house for what she did to us. Real quick, if you made it this far into the video, comment door down below. That's for the OGs of this channel. If you don't get it, that's all good. But if you've been around for a while, that probably brought you back. But anyways, if you made it this far into the video, comment door down below, D-O-O-R, or the thing that, like, you know, you enter a house with or a building with. I just want to see how many people make this far into the video. And also, if you want to support the channel, literally binge watch these videos, like sit down and watch a bunch of story videos in a row. It really helps me out more than you can ever imagine. And let me know in the comment section what you are doing while binge watching these videos. Are you playing video games? Are you doing some artwork? Are you going to sleep? Whatever you're doing, let me know. I'll heart it. And I'll even sometimes throw up your comments on screen. So here are some people. Here's a little bit of a shout out to these people. If you want a bit of a shout out in a future video, just comment how you're supporting the channel. And yeah, let's get back to it. So anyways, right, at this point, Dave and Ben, you know, they kind of commit to, you know, doing the thing that they're going to do. And after school, you know, they basically have a plan to tell their parents that they're going on a nighttime walk at like 8, and then they're going to meet up at a certain place. So anyways, it's like 7:55, and Dave's starting to get butterflies in his stomach. Like, this is really crazy. He's starting to feel really, like, weird about this, but he's like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going through with it. So it's 8 o'clock. He walks out there, and he meets up with his friend Ben, and sure enough, Ben has 4 eggs in his hand. So they're not going to, like, you know, they're not going to load up a Gatling gun with 1,000 eggs and completely, like, I don't know, they're not going to turn her house into an omelet or anything like that, but they're still going to egg the house, which, once again, disclaimer, do not ever do. It's not even, like, cool or anything like that. You're an idiot if you do it. Anyways, because you will get in trouble, dumbass. But anyways, Dave and Ben, they start walking over, and they're hiding the eggs, right? They walk over to where Miss Davenport's house is, and they sneak around over, and then they hide in the bushes, right? And Dave turns to Ben. He's like, dude, are you sure about this? And Ben's like, don't forget what she did to us. And with that, Dave gets a little angry. He takes one of the eggs. He's like, on 3. And then Ben takes one of his eggs. He's like, all right. And Dave's like, 3, 2, 1. And then 2 eggs splat. And then he's like, all right, we got to fire this one quickly. They take both of them again. And sure enough, they got 4 eggs right across the side of the house, and this time they need to get out of there. So they don't run away, but they kind of like power walk away, and they kind of sneak out of there, and they watch, and they hear the door open, but by that time they are out of sight. So Dave and Ben quickly like power walk away, and they go out of sight, out of distance. They're like, oh my God. Oh my God, that was crazy. They're like, we totally got her. And Dave is like, we totally got her. And Ben's like, I don't know. Dave's like, dude, we totally got her. Like, how could you want to get her more? And once again, Ben's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if that was enough. And Dave's like, well, that was enough for me. So sure enough, they go back home, they go to bed. You know, the next day they wake up and, they go to school and they're sitting and, once again, they go back to their swing set. And Dave is like, man, I don't know. I just don't feel satisfied with what happened. I feel like she deserves more. And at this point, Dave's like, bro, Ben, what do you mean? We got our house. We got her good. And Ben's just like, man, I don't know, Dave. Like, I just don't feel like we actually did get her good. I feel like there's still more that can be done. The wrong has not been righted. And Dave's like, bro, chill out. The wrong has definitely been righted, which, by the way, 2 wrongs do not equal a right, bro, but anyways, right? So sure enough, they go back to class, and they're sitting there, and, Miss Davenport calls on Ben. Ben doesn't know the answer, and it doesn't embarrass him in front of the whole class, but, bro, when you get called on, and you very clearly are not trying to have your hand raised because you're not trying to get called on, and the teacher calls on you in class, and everyone looks, and you turn around, and you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about, that's embarrassing. But apparently that was just that was the last straw for Ben. And as their school is out, or not school's out, but school's out for the day. They're waiting in line to be picked up by their parents. And Ben walks up to Dave and is like, bro, I'm getting revenge on Miss Davenport for embarrassing me today. And, Dave's like, bro, what are you talking about? And Ben's like, dude, she's been crazy recently. And what we did was just like, it was a little drop in the bucket. It really means nothing. But I'm going to get her tomorrow. And I'm going to use my Minecraft skills to get her back. I'm going to put my training to good use. And Dave looked at him and had literally no idea what he was going to do. So he's like, okay, man, cool. So anyways, the next day rolls around. And once again, before class, they're at recess and they're sitting on the swings. Dave and Ben always sit on the swings together. No one else really uses the swings, so they're kind of like, it's the place they always go to. And Dave is just talking, and Ben's like, bro, you're going to want to be in class today. And Dave's like, dude, of course I'm going to be in class. Like, what would I do if I skipped it? Sit in the bathroom, dude? Like, what? Because remember, they didn't really have phones then. I mean, phones were a thing, but since they were kids, they didn't really have it. But anyways, Ben goes on, bro, you're going to want to be there. And Dave's like, okay, like, do you want to tell me? And Ben's like, nope, it's going to be a surprise. But just know that Miss Davenport is not going to want to mess with me or anyone else, including you, after this. And Dave's like, okay, man, cool. So they get to class. And, Dave sits next to Ben. And he looks over. And there's something's weird with Ben's bag. And that's when Dave realizes, you know those like fake plushy Minecraft diamond swords that you can buy online, like the little toy things? Yeah, one of those, the handle of that was sticking out of his backpack. And Dave looks at Ben and is whispering like, yo, dude, why is there a diamond sword in your backpack? And Ben's like, bro, you're gonna see, dude. And Dave's like, okay. What? And Dave's like, bro, just wait. It's gonna be crazy. And Dave's like, all right, man, I'll trust you on this one. So sure enough, right, Ben is kind of just waiting to be called on. And sure enough, Miss Davenport's like, all right, Ben, can you answer this? Because she was going around just asking people. And Ben's like, Miss Davenport, I did not raise my hand. And Miss Davenport's like, well, sometimes I call on people. It's just part of the class. And Ben is like, stands up. He's like, that is the last time that you disrespect me, ma'am. And he reaches into his backpack and whips out his diamond sword. And Dave is like, oh my God, this guy's gone off the rocker. And he starts swinging it around like, and Miss Davenport's like, Ben, what is that? Like, why do you have like a little fake plastic sword or whatever? And Ben is like, you don't understand. He starts walking towards her, swinging it. Everyone in the class is dead silent. They're like, bro, this kid's gone insane. Oh my God. But anyways, right, so Ben is walking towards him with the sword. Miss Davenport's like, dude, or she doesn't. Okay, Miss Davenport, the teacher, the 40-year-old math teacher, does not say dude, but she's like, Ben, put that down immediately, and you're coming with me to the principal's office. And Ben's like, no, you disrespected me and my brethren for too long. And he goes up and he's like, any last words? And, Miss Davenport's like, Ben, put that thing down immediately. You and I are going to the principal's office. Cut off mid-sentence. Why was she cut off mid-sentence? Well, because at that point, Ben had enough and he swung with the diamond sword. However, he got too close to her. So when he swung with the diamond sword, he held the diamond sword in his fist so tightly that when he swung, he didn't hit her only with the diamond sword. He accidentally hit her with his fist that was clutching onto the diamond sword so tightly that he basically just square punched her in the face. And at this point, it was such, I know he's just a little kid, but just like the shock and the momentum and just somehow he got it just right that he went, whoopah! And Miss Davenport stood there for a second and then just collapsed on the floor. And everyone, their mouths were just gaping open. They were just like, oh, what? What? Huh? Oh, what is going on? What is going on? What? And so sure enough, one girl just runs out of the room immediately. And Ben is kind of just standing there, just kind of shocked with what happened. Because, bro, you're not expecting to knock out the teacher with your diamond sword. I don't care how delusional you are. You were just not expecting that to happen. And, Ben's just standing there. He's like, oh my God, 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 what'd I do? What'd I do? Everyone in the class is like, oh my God, is she dead? Oh my God. She was not dead. She's just knocked out. But within like 5 minutes, the girl that ran out actually ran out just to go get like help from like security or whatever. And sure enough, security walks in and they look at what's happening. They see the kid with the diamond sword and the teacher slumped over, and the girl points to him and says, that's the kid. Security goes up, grabs Ben, is like, you're coming with us. And the other security officer goes and checks like Ms. Davenport's pulse to make sure that she wasn't like actually, destroyed by that. And sure enough, she was fine, but like she was knocked out. They call an ambulance. Ambulance comes over. Miss Davenport starts coming back too. She's given water, electrolytes, whatever. And Dave is just sitting there like, oh my God. So Ben actually gets up getting expelled from the school. He's not suspended. He's not in trouble. He's expelled from the school. They have like a zero tolerance for anything like that. However, there was some questioning to Ben about like the recent like egging to her house because she did report it to the school. And thankful to Ben did not say anything. Ben kept his mouth shut, said he knew nothing of it, that was ridiculous, and they didn't look any further into it. And Ben and Dave never really spoke that much afterwards because Dave's mom like, I don't want you hanging out with Ben. He's a bad influence and all that kind of stuff. And to this day, Dave and Ben have not seen each other since, and Dave does not know where Ben is. Ben might be at some other school. Dave thinks that like the parents moved because he actually walked over to see like if Ben was at his house because he wanted to like to see how he was doing. And it was like a totally different family in that house when he went over. It was kind of weird, but whatever, right? And to this day, Dave has no idea what's happening, and it was probably the craziest story of his life. Today I get a story time of another one of these Minecraft kids deciding to fight back against his babysitter in a quite unconventional way, you might say. I mean, I bet you can read the title right now. So, yeah, with that being said, sit back, relax, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's call today's subscriber who submitted this story to me, let's call him Ryan. So, Ryan was friends with this kid who really liked Minecraft. So we're calling him the Minecraft Kid because that always works in the title, and you guys like the Minecraft Kid stories, and I like telling them. But anyways, right, Ryan was invited over to this kid who he didn't know that well, and we're just going to call him the Minecraft Kid. So anyways, right, Ryan was invited over to the Minecraft Kid's house to, well, play Minecraft with him. The idea was he was going to go over on a Friday night and play some Bed Wars with this kid. Honestly, sounds like a pretty sick Friday night, if you know what I mean. However, he didn't really know much about this kid, and he only kind of just started to know him because Ryan's mom and the Minecraft Kid's mom became friends like a couple months ago when they were both volunteering for something, or maybe they just met. I don't know why, but Ryan's mom and the Minecraft Kid's mom became friends, and for that reason, Ryan's mom's like, oh, I have a son about your son's age, they should totally hang out. And since Ryan knew nothing about the Minecraft Kid, at their first interaction, which wasn't like a sleepover playdate type thing, he was like, so what do you like to do? And he's like, I like to play Minecraft. He's like, cool, do you like to play Bed Wars? And he's like, yeah, it's my favorite game. So they bonded over it. So anyways, Ryan was heading over to the Minecraft Kid's house. And Ryan's mom told him, hey, just so you know, the Minecraft Kid's mom is not going to be there. She's going to be out for something. However, they hired a babysitter, and the Minecraft Kid's mom should be back by 10 or 11. And Ryan was like, all right, that's totally fine. I don't really care. It's not like we would have been hanging out with the Minecraft Kid's mom and having her play in our Bed Wars trios or something, man. So it's fine. So Ryan gets over to the Minecraft Kid's house, and when he gets there, no one greets him at the door. He kind of stands there for a second, and he knocks on it, and he stands there for a little more time, and he hears noises coming from upstairs. And it's a 2-story house, and there's a window right above him, and the window is open, and he can hear noises. And you know what noises he hears? He hears block placing noises. He hears golden apple eating noises. He hears bed break noises. He's like, wait a minute. Bro, the Minecraft Kid is playing Bed Wars right now. And, Ryan was thinking that he would have yelled up to the Minecraft kid, but the door eventually opened, and presumably the babysitter, or who we thought the babysitter was, which, no, was the babysitter. That isn't like the big secret of the story, but the babysitter comes and, opens the door and says, "Hey, so sorry, Minecraft kid's upstairs. I'm, making dinner right now for you guys. It'll be ready in like 30 minutes, so make sure you're not in the middle of the game in like half an hour." And Ryan's like, "All right, that sounds pretty cool." So he goes up the stairs, he opens the door, and the Minecraft kid's like, "What's good, bro? I'm in the middle of a game. Get your like laptop out and set your stuff up, and we'll go into like doubles in just a second." And so sure enough, and by the way, guys, Bed Wars it's a Minecraft game where you can like, it's fun. You should go look it up and play it maybe. But just for context, it's a video game on Minecraft. But anyways, right, so he sets up his gaming setup or whatever. He gets that all ready. And yeah, sure enough, the Minecraft kid eventually wins his game. Great work, Minecraft kid. Not so great work at later in the night, as you can tell by the title. But yeah, anyways, Ryan and the Minecraft kid, they started playing some Bed Wars duos. Life's pretty good. And that's until they're in the middle of a game and it's really, really intense, right? It's getting really down to the wire. If you know a thing or two about Bed Wars, all the beds have been broken, and they're really just both of them. Ryan and the Minecraft kid are super stacked. They have their golden apples. They have their diamond armor. Yes, they sweated to diamond armor. And the two people that were remaining were about as good as they were. And they were playing for all the marbles at this point, man. This was pretty intense. And that's when the babysitter yells, "All right, guys, time for dinner." And the Minecraft kid's like, "Well, 1 second." Yells down that, and Ryan and the Minecraft kid are like, "All right, how are we gonna do this? Do we go in? Do we wait?" And the Minecraft kid is a big fan of like camping, which in a video game, when you're camping, that basically just means that like you're staying on defensive ground and you're waiting for the opponent to come to you, which in Bed Wars, if you're super, super stacked, that can kind of give you the advantage because you can always drop golems. You got a hometown advantage if you have the regen thing. Camping is an okay strategy, super late game, but that also means that the game's going to be a long time. And Ryan says to the Minecraft kid, "Hey man, do you think we should like be aggressive and we should be the one attacking them? Because like, our food is like dinner is ready. Do you think we should just go do that for the sake of doing that just so we can, and we'll play another game when we come back?" And the Minecraft kid's like, "No, like I know that we'll win. Like we have prot 4 diamond, they don't. But if we go to them, there's a chance that they knock us off, we fall while going, they fireball us over. It's just a lot more dangerous to go over." He said, "We're staying here." And Ryan, who doesn't really care, he's like, "All right, man, sure, we'll stay here." And then, a minute later, the babysitter says, "Guys, you don't want dinner to get cold." The Minecraft kid's like, "1 second." Which it wasn't going to be a second. Like, it was going to be probably like 5-10 minutes on average remaining of the game. And Ryan and the Minecraft kid were waiting it out. And the thing was, the other team was camping too, which basically means that they were both just collecting gear and such, and they weren't attacking each other. So then the babysitter was, yelled up again, like, "Guys, like, come on, like, I made you something. Like, I told you not to be in the middle of a game." And he's like, once again, the Minecraft kid, instead of saying, "Hey, I'm so sorry, can we be down there in 5 to 10 minutes? Like, I apologize." He's like, "1 second!" He just keeps yelling down 1 second. And the babysitter kind of did something that she probably shouldn't have. Like, it just wasn't that deep, but I think the babysitter was kind of getting mad that, they just were refusing to come down when, she was sweating out some good food or whatever. So the babysitter, what she does is she goes to the Wi-Fi router, and yes, you can probably already guess, unplugs it and replugs it, which basically, if your Wi-Fi, at least in my case, whenever my Wi-Fi is super slow or just kind of sucks, I go to the Wi-Fi modem or router or whatever. Modem? What am I saying? I go to the Wi-Fi router, and I think I combined router and modem. My fault. I go to my Wi-Fi router or box, unplug it, replug it. Wi-Fi's down for like 5 minutes, but then it comes back nice and fresh and clean. However, the Wi-Fi goes down. So basically, right, Ryan and the Minecraft kid are in the middle of a match, and like they start to go to like buy something from the store, and Ryan's clicking on it, but it's not registering it. And Ryan's like, dude, I think I'm disconnecting. And at this point, right, if you disconnect, you lose. And the Minecraft kid's like, no, it's not working. Why can't I place blocks? Why are things not registering? And then both at the same time, they get a message, like, not kicked, but like it disconnects from Hypixel, like no connection. And the Minecraft kid's like, no, starts slamming his fist. And Ryan, who doesn't really care, and looks at the Minecraft kid, and the Minecraft kid was like, I was on a 99 win streak. I won 99 games in a row. I was going to go to 100. I've been recording the whole thing. I was going to clip it and post it on YouTube, man. I was about to get 100. Basically, he was pretty upset. So Ryan and the Minecraft kid, Ryan just looks at the Minecraft kid and be like, all right, man, I'm so sorry. Like, we'll grind it out tonight. We'll get you back to at least halfway, which was a lie. They were not going to play, nevertheless, win 50 games in a row. But, Ryan's just trying to calm the air. And he's like, yeah, man, don't worry. We'll get back to it. So they walk down, and the babysitter is waiting there. And she's like, guys, like, I asked you to come down. If you weren't going to come down, you should have at least told me. I would have put it back in the stove. Now the food is cold. It really took me, turning off the Wi-Fi to get you guys to come down. Teenagers these days. Or not teen, I guess. She's a teenager. She's the babysitter. I guess preteens these days. And that's when Ryan is like, oh my God, she turned off the Wi-Fi. That's why we frozen the game. And Ryan looks over at the Minecraft kid, whose face, he just stood there. Like he's been frozen by like a spell that turns you to stone. He's just frozen there, looking at her. His like jaw starts to slack a little bit, like, oh my God, it was you. It was you who got in between me and the 100 Bed Wars win streak. Real quick comment, Minecraft, if you made it this far into the video, as that will be the secret word of the day. And if you want to support the channel, as always, just go ahead and binge watch several videos or a bunch of videos whenever you have the time. And let me know in the comments if you do this, because it really does support me more than you can probably even imagine. It boosts the channel. YouTube likes watch time anyways. So right now, remember, Ryan and the Minecraft kid just lost in a very important game for the Minecraft kid. He almost got a 100 win streak, which is pretty impressive, I'm not going to lie. But unfortunately, the babysitter, who kind of like overreacted a little bit, got mad and unplugged the Wi-Fi, and that made them lose the game that they probably were actually going to win. And so when they walk down, they have no idea that the babysitter was the reason why they lost the game, until the babysitter is like, oh, guys, like, I really had to pull the Wi-Fi plug to get you guys down here. Like, crazy how like preteens are these days, or kids on their phones too much, like one of that like old man behavior type thing, even though this girl was like 17 or something. And the Minecraft kid is just so angry. He's like, you're the reason I lost my Minecraft game. And she's like, sorry, like, should have come down faster, or should have at least told me. And she goes to sit down, and Ryan is also like, all right, well, this is going to be a little awkward, but whatever. I'm still going down to sit down, like, whatever. Like, he's not going to react that ridiculously. How do I say this? Yeah, no, he acted ridiculously. The Minecraft kid waits until the girl sits, or the babysitter, she's 17. I guess she's still like a girl, I guess. She is, I don't know. She waits till the babysitter, right, sits down. And when the babysitter sits down, the Minecraft kid runs up to her, grabs a chair. This is like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Grabs a chair, turns around, pulls down his pants, and rips up. Dude, I'm 19 years old, and I'm telling you about Minecraft kid revenge farting in someone's face. I'm doing it. I'm going through with it. I'm too far in the story to turn around. The Minecraft kid, after getting on the chair, ripping down his pants, farts in the babysitter's face, directly her eye while it was open. If you don't know, the reason why the fart smells bad, because there's a lot of gross particles in it. And when the gross particles get into your eye can get infected, and it can be really bad. So the babysitter legitimately falls out of her chair and starts like screaming, because like because apparently he really ripped one. He really ripped one, man, and her eye was open, and it was really close. And Ryan was like, well, so this kid and I have one thing in common. We like Bed Wars, and we have nothing else in common, and this will probably be the last time I ever hang out with him. And, yeah, so the babysitter's like, what did you do? Why would you do that? Like, that's so ridiculous and disgusting. Like, my eye, it burns. Oh my god. Oh my eye. It burns. Like why would you do that? Like and Ryan looks at the Minecraft kid, and the Minecraft kid is literally laughing. He's like and Ryan's like, "Oh my god, this kid's is because the thing was Ryan's thinking to himself, dude, this kid must do this all the time because, like, you're not just going to think to yourself, wow, I'm so angry at this person. Let me wait until they sit down, grab a chair, stand on it, turn around, pull down my pants, and fart directly point blank into their face. That's just not something that comes to you in the heat of the moment. That I mean, maybe I'm just built different from all you guys. I really don't know, but that definitely doesn't come to me. But sure enough, right, the babysitter eventually gets up, and Ryan and the Minecraft kid look at her face, and her left eye is red and swollen. And Ryan's like, oh my god, that is definitely not a coincidence. And the babysitter is like, move out of my way. And she moves past both of them, goes and finds the home phone, because I guess her phone wasn't on or something, and legitimately calls 911, an ambulance. Which, okay, that was maybe a little excessive, but maybe I wouldn't drive if my eyes were impaired and I thought that they were going to be infected and it would have been bad. And she walks back into the room and she's like angry, but also very clearly in pain, right? And she's like, her hand is over her eye and she's like, you, like, why would you do that? The Minecraft kid's like, well, I was actually on a 99 win streak and you pulled the plug, and I lost my 99 wins. She's like, and you projectiled all your stuff out of your butt. Oh, God. How can I have a straight face and tell the story? Anyway, she's like, and you probably gave me a raging infection. My eye burns. Like, if I lose sight, I'm suing your She was getting mad. And eventually, right, the ambulance does come. She explains the ridiculousness of the situation. The guy, she sits in the ambulance, drives to the hospital. They check her out or whatever. But remember, this is from Ryan's perspective, so we don't exactly know what the doctor says. Ryan's mom, who got really invested in the situation afterwards, said that, like, the doctor's, like, her eye is fine now, but the doctor said that, like, it really could have gone south if she didn't go there, like, immediately, which is insane. So anyways, right, Ryan and the Minecraft kid are legitimately just in this house alone, and that's when the Minecraft kid's mom comes back early, super angry and upset, because the babysitter sent a message to, his mom explaining everything and why that she had to leave the premises immediately. So the Minecraft kid's mom had to leave whatever she was doing to come back, and she was like, walks in, she's like, you, turns to the Minecraft kid, like, you did it, you pulled a face fart on someone again. We've already talked about this. And Ryan, who is still there, he's already texted his mom to come pick him up, is just like, again? I mean, he had a sneaking suspicion that this was not a first-time thing. As I said, in the heat of the moment, you don't think to, use your butt as a weapon. But he's like, again? This is a thing? And the Minecraft kid's like, but Mom, I was on a 99 Bed Wars win streak. And she's like, that's enough. No more Bed Wars for you forever. And my kid's like, no, Mom, I promise I won't fart in anyone else's face again. What am I doing with my life? Anyways, right, so Ryan's mom comes, and Ryan's mom's like, hey, so sorry, things were weird today. Like, I'm just gonna pick Ryan up. Thank you so much for having him over. Ryan, come with me now. And, Ryan walks over and goes in the back seat of the car, and Ryan's mom is like, so, do you want to elaborate on, I need to pick you up right now. My friend farted in the babysitter's eye, and now she's at the hospital. And Ryan did elaborate. And it really didn't add any clarity to the situation. In fact, Ryan's mom just became more
Click on the
confused.
video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click it. Do it.
Today I got a pretty crazy story for you guys. It's about a Minecraft kid that gets so angry and jealous of the subscriber that he actually smashes his computer in front of everyone to get quote-unquote revenge. Don't worry, karma does get him. But anyway, subscribe if you're new, and let's just jump right into this. So we're going to call today's subscriber who submitted the story Brendan. By the way, if the gameplay and for Bed Wars really sucks in the background, I recorded it a month ago. I'm pretty better now. But anyways, we're calling this guy Brendan who submitted this story. So anyways, Brendan, was in class or was in the same grade as this kid who we're going to call the Minecraft kid, because his entire identity was kind of like around being super great at Minecraft, player versus player battles. He was known as the one who is so great. So anyways, right, people just called him Minecraft kid. But anyways, there's also a girl who we're going to call Haley, because that may or may not be the girl I'm trying to marry in Stardew Valley right now. I gave her the bouquet. I'm winning, guys. Anyway, great game, by the way. I should stop getting distracted. Watch time will be bad. Anyways, there's this girl who we're going to call Haley, and both Brendan and the Minecraft kid had an interest in her. The difference was Brendan actually talked to her. Little pro tip for getting the ladies from the Connor Pugs YouTube channel. #1 dating advice YouTube channel on all of YouTube and the internet. If you want to get to know them, talk to them. Yes, believe it or not. Wow. But anyways, right, Brendan actually talked to Haley, and they were getting along pretty well, and the Minecraft kid literally never did. The Minecraft kid thought that his magical and powerful skills at Minecraft would literally just be so great and so wonderful and so enticing to the women, right, that he wouldn't have to talk to Haley to make her fall in love with him. She would just see his epic PvP Bed Wars abilities, and she would be like, "Oh my God, I'm not throwing in that joke. Never mind. I got a family-friendly audience on here. I forgot." Anyways, right, so the Minecraft kid was aware that Brendan was probably also trying to go for Haley because Brendan was talking to her all the time. The word on the street was that, Brendan and Haley, oh my God, they're going to be a thing soon, dude. They're in 6th grade. Like, that's how it goes. Oh my God, are they going to get to 5th base, aka holding hands? Oh my God. Anyways, right, so the Minecraft kid comes up to Brendan one day. And remember, Brendan and the Minecraft kid aren't necessarily boys. In fact, they don't even know each other that well. But the Minecraft kid is like, "So, I see that you're trying to court Haley." And in Brendan's mind, he's like, "Bro, this is 20 whatever, right? I think this story was a little old. I'm not sure. I actually don't know when this story happened. It was submitted to me on my Instagram. You can go follow it. You should go follow it." Anyways, Brendan's thinking to himself, did this guy just say court like it's literally the 21st century? Are you serious? And then the Minecraft kid goes on to say, I offer you a quest, or I ask you that we duel in Minecraft to decide who will get Haley's hand in dating. And, Brendan was kind of just like, in his head, he's like, all right, well, first of all, I'm not dating her. Second of all, the winner of a Minecraft PvP battle is not going to decide who she decides, right? It's not up to them. This isn't like, I don't know, the barbaric era of like, oh yeah, like, I actually have, like, all men have control, women have no say. Like, oh, I want to marry you, so you're marrying me. And also, I don't think there ever was an era where you did PvP battles to decide who was, like, who would marry the girl. I'm better at Minecraft, I get all the women. Nah, that's never been true. It doesn't matter what parallel universe or anything like that you go into, man. I am sorry, Minecraft sweats. I am so sorry. But Brendan, who kind of knows that, he's going to be getting with Haley anyways, thinks to himself, all right, well, this will be kind of funny, like, whatever, man, who cares? So Brendan says, sure, we'll do a PvP battle to decide who gets Haley's hand. Because he's kind of laughing, he's kind of goofing, but the thing is, the Minecraft kid takes it super seriously. He's like, yes, you fool, don't you know that I am super great at Minecraft? And then Brendan's like, chill out, bro, like... All right, yeah, we'll PvP fight to decide who gets Haley's hand in marriage. Lol, like, okay. So sure enough, the Minecraft kid is like, all right, tomorrow at recess, we go to the table. Basically, at their school, there was a table where if kids wanted to bring in their computers, if they were in the 6th grade or higher, they could, and they could play on them. I know at my school, you weren't even allowed to have your phone out, but I guess each school's a little different. So basically, right, the next day rolls around, and Brendan and the Minecraft kid, they both bring their gaming setups, which I guess both of them had laptops, because I play Minecraft on a laptop, man. I don't have a desktop. I want to be able to move my thing around. But anyways, right, they both bring in their computers, and Brendan just has a kind of a crappy MacBook Air. And this is coming from someone who Up to my first 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, I got all my Minecraft gameplay from my MacBook Air at like 20 frames per second, so I understand the struggle, bro. I get it. So anyways, Brandon comes in with his crappy MacBook Air, and the Minecraft kid comes in with his like, I don't know, his Alienware $3,000 super gaming laptop with his super fancy keyboard, and it takes him like 5 minutes to get his setup all perfect. He's like, all right, I'm ready. And so sure enough, they both sit down, and Brendan is like, all right, so how are we doing this? And the Minecraft kid is like, all right, we're going to play one game of Bed Wars. Yeah, Bed Wars. And, at first Brendan was like, bro, how are we going to do that? But then the Minecraft kid said that he had the like MVP++ rank on Hypixel, which Hypixel is a server that lets you play Bed Wars, which is the game I was playing in the very beginning. And if you have plus like MVP++, you can make private games where it's just you and your friends. So anyways, the Minecraft kid, sent a duel request to Brendan or a Bed Wars party, whatever. Anyways, all you got to know is they were playing Minecraft and they were playing Bed Wars, and it was just them. It was just Brendan and the Minecraft kid in a game. And sure enough, they enter the Bed Wars game, and they're doing the stuff you do in Bed Wars, put down the bed defense. And you know what happens? Brendan is at middle. He's gathering emeralds, which is a good material to get. However, his bed was exposed, or he wasn't at his bed. He saw a bed destroyed message, which basically means in Bed Wars, if your bed breaks, you will not respawn. So sure enough, the Minecraft kid had like, I don't know, God bridged over with his crazy 10,000 clicks per second mouse, definitely using vape or something, but whatever, man. And so sure enough, the Minecraft kid comes to middle, and Brendan and him, they show down for a PvP fight. They're going to decide who gets Haley, even though Brendan knows that one, he's not good at Minecraft, and the Minecraft kid is, and two, this will not decide who gets Haley. This is hilarious. He just did it because it's funny, lol. So anyways, they enter their PvP battle, and they go in, and Brendan loses because he is just simply worse. And the Minecraft kid, after, hitting, Brendan enough times with a sword that he dies, is like, yes, Haley is mine. And everyone because remember, it's recess time, because dude, they had like, I don't know if it's called recess, but they had like a break period. So everyone was kind of around there, and a bunch of kids turn around and are kind of like, what? Huh? Are you okay, sir? And sure enough, the Minecraft kid is like, you fool, you should never have dueled me for Haley's hand in dating in Minecraft. You should have known by my reputation that I would have absolutely slapped you. And Brendan looks at him with this face of like, yeah, man. That sucks. Wow. That is just too bad. This kind of reminds me of the first season of Parks and Rec, if you saw that, where this isn't really a spoiler, but Andy really wants to get his girlfriend back, so he like offers like a pool game with this guy named Mark, who disappears after season 1. I don't know, maybe the actor wanted to do something else, and he's kind of like, oh yeah, I'll bet Anne, the girlfriend of Mark at the time, on this pool game, and Andy wins. He's like, yes, she's mine, but reality kind of kicks in, and he's like, wait. Huh? But I won her fair and square. Same thing here. So the Minecraft kid is still like, I don't know, Fortnite doing the little dances, doing the L dance, doing the little other cringe stuff. He's like, Haley is mine. I didn't even have to talk to her, and she's gonna be my girlfriend. I'm gonna go to 10th base and hold her hand. and Brendan at this point is like really trying to hold back a smile. He's like, all right, this is so funny, dude. Don't blow it. Don't make it apparent. And he's like, yeah, man, you totally, oh man, I can't do this. You totally won. I can't do this, man. He's really trying to do it. He's like, yeah, you totally won Haley's hand in dating because you beat me in Minecraft. Yep, that's totally what happened. Holding back the laughter, holding back the tears at this point. And sure enough, right, Brendan's like, all right, man, go ahead. And he's like, yes, I'm gonna tell everyone about my victory dance so everyone knows that you lost to me in Minecraft, and that's why Haley is mine. The Minecraft kid runs away to go tell his other friends. Well, I don't know about that. I think his friends are his Bed Wars win streak and nothing else. But whatever, right? So Brendan goes over and finds Haley. Says, hey, so I just played this guy because he wanted to duel me for your hand in dating. And Haley's like, what? And Brendan's like, yeah, I thought it'd be funny. So, by the way, I lost the duel because obviously you can't do that, but I thought it was funny. And I lost. So he's going to come over to claim his prize, I guess. And Haley's like, all right, well, this is kind of funny, but this is an awkward situation. And Brendan's like, yeah, I probably should have told you about this beforehand. If you need me to be here, I can subvert. I can come in and help you with the situation. She's like, all right, well, thanks for giving me context, I guess. So sure enough, a little while later, the Minecraft kid comes around and he finds Haley. And he comes up to her and he says, so, Haley, did you hear the news? This might be the first time the Minecraft kid ever spoke to Haley in his life. He was too busy sweating at Minecraft to even bother with the ladies. They'll come to me, man. I got a Bed Wars win streak. Real quick, comment Bed Wars down below. That'll be the secret word of the day. And if you want to help the channel out, go ahead and binge watch some more videos after this one or when you're doing something else. And let me know in the comment section if you do so I can say thank you. Anyways, right, so the Minecraft kid's like, so Haley, did you hear the news? And she's like, well, I was told that you and Brendan had a little Minecraft video game session and that you won and that you now think that I'm your girlfriend. And the Minecraft kid's like, that is exactly what happened. You're so observant. You'll be a great girlfriend. And Haley's like, dude, like, that's not how it works. And the Minecraft kid's like, we had an agreement. And Haley's like, yeah, well, I wasn't part of that agreement. Do you think Brendan or you have the right to me as a girlfriend? And this is when the Minecraft kid starting to piece together that his offer to duel Brendan made literally no sense. He's like, oh, well, so when we were playing, Minecraft, I beat Brendan. Do you want to be my girl? And then eventually, like, Minecraft kid starts to realize, dude, he messed up, bro. He messed up big time. And he's like, wait, did Brent, wait, who told you? And, at this point, Haley was like, yeah, so Brendan told me about this. And then the Minecraft kid's like, so Brendan knew the whole time that this wasn't going to work? And Haley's like, yeah, well, anyone who is logical, middle, just gets cut off. The Minecraft kid sprints away. And Brendan walks up to Haley and is like, so, is that terrible? And Haley's like, well, he's pretty mad at you, and he ran away, so I don't know what he's cooking up. And that's when that's when Brendan and Haley and everyone else in the room heard a noise. The noise was something being thrown on the ground, smashing and flying into a million pieces. And that's when Brendan walks out and Haley walks out too. Basically, everyone walks out. And they see the Minecraft kid standing above a pile of disk computer parts. And that's when, at first, Brendan thinks, oh my God, he smashed his computer out of rage. But Brendan looked at the table to see that the Minecraft kid's computer was still there. And in fact, the only computer missing was his. And that's when he realized that the Minecraft kid obliterated his MacBook. And there was a teacher present. So the teacher was like, Brent, like, Minecraft kid, like, what did you just do? And Brendan speaks up and says, he just smashed my MacBook. And all of a sudden, the teacher looks at Brendan and looks at the Minecraft kid and says, you two, come with me. Sure enough, teacher brings him to the principal's office. Principal's office hears what the teacher says. She hears both sides, which the Minecraft kid literally has nothing to say. Like, what are you gonna say, dude? And yeah, parents were called. And the Minecraft kid's mom had to reimburse Brendan's mom to buy a new computer. The Minecraft kid had to write a formal apology to Brendan and also write a formal, and actually both of them had to write a formal apology to Haley because Brendan had to explain the situation and the teacher's like, dude, that's not cool. And also the Minecraft kid got a week of detention for this. So moral of the story is, one, if you're just playing Minecraft all day, that may not be the most ideal or most optimal strategy to get the ladies to love you. Maybe I'm wrong, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. I don't know. Okay. How do I introduce a story like this, man? I mean, you guys can read. You've read the title. All I can say is strap in, buckle up, because this is going to be quite the ride. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoy stories. And let's call today's subscriber who submitted this, let's call this guy Mason. So this all happened one day when Mason was in class, and Mason was in 4th grade when this whole thing went down. And there's a kid who, once again, kind of like wore the same creeper shirt every single day. And it was like the creeper hoodie, and really that's not a big deal. They're like, if you want to wear the creeper hoodie, I don't really care. However, we're just going to call him the Minecraft kid, right? Because of the creeper hoodie. He wore it every single day, maybe, right? Maybe he has a closet full of like 18 different varieties of the creeper hoodie. Or maybe his mom does a load of laundry every single day. Or maybe he's just wearing the same creeper hoodie every single day. I mean, you guys can believe whatever you want, but I think one of those three are a little bit more likely than the other. But anyways, right, so there's this kid called the Minecraft kid because he wore the creeper hoodie every single day. And he was a little bit strange. And there's nothing wrong with you being a little bit strange. Like, I'm a little bit strange. I mean, I run a YouTube channel, man. I mean, that's already putting me in the strange category, unfortunately. But hey, man, I love the YouTube too much to like drop it or anything like that. But sure enough, this all happened one day when the Minecraft kid was in class with Mason. And the Minecraft kid raised his hand. And another thing you need to know about the Minecraft kid is he would take bathroom breaks like 6 times per class. And I don't know about you, but back in the day, I definitely used to go to the bathroom to like go on my phone or just take a break from the class. However, I would be very like strategic with it. I wouldn't do it every single day. I do it like every other day. I would make sure that I wasn't away for too long, like maybe 5 minutes max. But this kid, bro, would just abuse the bathroom break button. He was like spamming it, just try to like, I don't know, man. But every single day, go to the bathroom, minimum 2 times, maximum like 6 times. That's what I'm told at least. And sure enough, once again, one day, the Minecraft kid raises his hand for the 3rd time in class. And this has been going on for months. And I just think at this point, the teacher kind of just snapped. And he looks at the Minecraft kid. He's like, yes. And the Minecraft kid says, hey, can I go to the bathroom? And here's the thing, right? The teacher should not have reacted in the way that he reacted because maybe this kid has like IBS or something. Maybe he has to go to the bathroom like a ton per day. However, if he did, it was not registered with the nurse, or even if it was, the nurse did not communicate that properly to the teacher, which she probably should have, or he probably should have, just because, I don't know, if a kid's going to the bathroom 7 times per day, that might be a little suspicious to the teacher. However, the teacher was kind of just assuming that the kid was just going in to like go on his phone or whatever. And that was probably the case, but I mean, you really don't know. But after the Minecraft kid says like, hey, can I go to the bathroom for like the 3rd time? The teacher's like, you know what? No, you can't go to the bathroom. And the whole class kind of turns around and is like, wait, whoa, pause. Like, hold up now. Like, this kid's been asking you to go to the bathroom like 7 times a day for the last 6 months. And now you're saying no? Like, what changed, man? And the teacher's like, you're going to have to wait till the end of class. You've been going way too much, way too often. I think you're missing too much of classwork, right? And the Minecraft kid was not happy to hear this. For all we know, maybe he actually did have to go to the bathroom. But Mason, to be fair, right? Mason has gone to the bathroom. He's the subscriber who submitted this story. He's gone to the bathroom at times when the Minecraft kid has been in there. And Mason can hear the volume from his iPhone up all the way. The Minecraft kid is in there playing like Flappy Bird or watching TikToks or whatever, man. He's just going on his phone. Maybe he also has to go to the bathroom, but the Minecraft kid obviously definitely was kind of like, most likely was abusing it just to go to the bathroom. But sure enough, the Minecraft kid raises his hand again. He's like, I gotta go. And the teacher says, like, Minecraft kid, you've gone like 6 times during class, every single day for the last 6 months. You're missing out on class time. Please try and like conserve your like bathroom breaks. I will let you go, but just give it a second. I just can't let you go and disrupt the class like 1,000 times every single day. And the Minecraft kid was getting kind of angry. And he didn't say anything. He wasn't like, no, I really gotta go. And the Minecraft kid also didn't just stand up. Unfortunately, I think the Minecraft kid watched a little bit too much South Park. If you guys know what I'm talking about, there's an episode of South Park, which is a TV show, kind of aimed for adults, so I wouldn't go search this up if you're too young, but there's this kid named Cartman. And one time, Cartman needed to basically go to the principal's office, so he decided to do number 2 on the desk of a teacher. And I think the Minecraft kid got a little bit too inspired by Cartman, because the Minecraft kid is like, you're going to want, like, I need to go to the bathroom, and you're going to regret it if you don't let me. And the teacher kind of turns around kind of sharply and looks at him and says, like, you shouldn't be threatening people. Like, that's a very bad thing to do. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. He said, you know what? Just because you're threatening me and said in such a threatening voice, "You're not allowed to go to the bathroom for the rest of the class." And this only made the Minecraft kid even more upset. And Mason is just sitting here watching this back and forth. And Mason kind of feels a little bit for the Minecraft kid because maybe he really needs to go. Maybe the first 2 times, yeah, I mean, it is kind of karma if you were just going to the bathroom 6 times per day just to go on your phone. However, right, I mean, maybe he really has to go, man. It's kind of cruel to like not let someone go to the bathroom when they really need to. But he did just go like 5 minutes ago and 10 minutes before that. So I don't know. Anyways, right, Mason was sitting there, and the Minecraft kid raises his hand for a final time and says, "You're going to let me go or you're going to regret this." And once again, the teacher's like, "If you threaten me again, you're not going to be allowed to go to the bathroom ever again when you're in my class." And at this point, the whole class is like, oh, I don't know if they're actually like hyping up like that, but things were getting legit and they could feel it for sure. They're like, "Oh, dang, dude, like stuff's getting real," right? And sure enough, the Minecraft kid says, "Very well, have it your way." The teacher kind of like has a little bit of a smile, but quickly brushes it off, probably because he felt like he won that discussion. Like, all right, well, this kid who's been abusing the bathroom system has lost, and I won as a teacher and I asserted my dominance. However, right, dominance was not asserted. In fact, I don't even know how to explain what's about to happen, so I'm going to do my best. Bear with me. Because the Minecraft kid, he kind of like stands up. And the teacher is currently facing the board, so the teacher doesn't notice the Minecraft kid stand up. However, Mason, the subscriber who submitted this story, as well as a bunch of other people. By the way, Mason submitted this to my Instagram. It's in the description. You should go follow it, even if you're not going to go submit stories. Give me a big number and make me feel good. Anyways, Mason is watching this whole thing go down, and he sees that the Minecraft kid stands up from his desk. And then the Minecraft kid stands on his chair. And then the Minecraft kid stands on his desk. And at this point, almost half the class is turned around watching the Minecraft kid because he's making enough of a commotion. In the next, YouTube, please be nice. YouTube man, I'm going to describe the next thing without making you mad. So the Minecraft kid, well, he drops his pants. He drops his pants. And he says, "Teacher," and the teacher turns around and is about to be like Minecraft kid for the last time. And he turns around and is like, "What? What the, huh?" And the Minecraft kid is like, "Teacher, I told you you would regret not letting me go to the bathroom." And just to put it very, just to be point blank, just to be straight up, just getting right to the point. Yeah, he just number 2 on the desk, man. It wasn't like anything crazy, right? It was pretty, just a little bit, but yeah. And everyone in the class starts like screaming. Like some of the girls are like, "Ah!" Some of the guys are like, "Yo, what? That's disgusting, dude." And the teacher's like, "Minecraft kid, what on earth are you doing?" And the Minecraft kid's like, "I told you should let me go to the bathroom, dude. Now you're just paying the consequences." The Minecraft kid was like feeling all full of himself. And the teacher was like, "Go to the principal's office now." And I don't think the Minecraft kid totally realized what was going on. And the Minecraft kid starts to panic. And the Minecraft kid looks to his left and looks to his right. And when the Minecraft kid looks to his right, you know who he sees? He sees the subscriber. He sees Mason. And he makes eye contact with Mason. And Mason is looking directly at the Minecraft kid and is thinking to himself, "Oh my God, what? Wow." But then he's like, "Wait, why is this kid making eye contact with me?" And he's like, "Mason made me do it. He dared me." And the teacher's like, "Mason." Mason's just like, "Dude, I swear I was just sitting here. What do you mean?" And the teacher's like, you know what? Minecraft kid, Mason, and anyone else involved, go to the principal's office right now. And Mason is just like, why? So he gets up, and because he's not going to like fight with his teacher when the teacher's literally going through a massive rage moment. And, he starts walking up, and he walks up to the Minecraft kid. He's like, "Dude, I don't even know who you are." The Minecraft kid's like, just doesn't say anything. So he walks up to the principal's office, and he sits down. And the principal's like, "What happened?" And Mason explains the side of the story, that he was just like a bystander sitting there. And then, eventually the Minecraft kid walks in because he had to, it wasn't like he could, okay, I'm not going to explain why it took him longer, but he got there, right? And sure enough, the principal's like, "Minecraft kid, why would you do that? And the Minecraft kid's like explains aside, and then she's like, and why is Mason here? And the Minecraft kid, who kind of panic blamed him to kind of like lesser the punishment on him, is like, Mason dared me to do it. And Mason's like, dude, I don't even know who you are. You're just in my class. And the principal's like, I don't know, Mason, why would he lie about this? Like, there's literally nothing for him to gain. And Mason's like, dude, I don't know. Real quick, comment Minecraft down below if you want to heart in your comment. That will be the secret word of the day. And I'll try and heart as many of those comments as possible. And also, if you want to help us get to 600,000 faster, binge watch the videos. YouTube really likes promoting my channels when you guys like binge watch a bunch of my videos. So after this video, or when you have the time to sit down and watch a bunch of videos, I've made playlists. You can just like go to my channel page and let me know in the comments when you do this so I can heart it and say thank you and just give a little bit of appreciation for you guys really helping me out. And I really do appreciate it. Anyways, the story gets even more insane, so stay tuned. So anyways, right, back to the story. Mason is in a position where he was just dragged into this. Honestly, Mason to this day doesn't totally understand why the Minecraft kid even singled him out. Mason and the Minecraft kid weren't close friends. They didn't even really know each other. And Mason just assumes that he randomly looked around and picked someone who he just happened to remember the name of and blamed them just to kind of like lesser the punishment on him. In his mind, or I guess in his panic, the idea was like, oh, if I blame someone else and say that they forced me to do it, my punishment will be lesser, right? Which is like, bro, why? Why would you do that? But anyways, sure enough, the principal, unfortunately, is not believing Mason because Mason is explaining that he doesn't even know this kid and he has no idea why he would lie. And the principal's kind of doesn't believe him because he's like, Mason, like, if like, why would the Minecraft kid lie about this, right? It just doesn't make any sense. And the principal's like, well, I guess I just have to make a judgment call in this situation. And Mason, I'm sorry, but you know, I'm going to have to give you a punishment too because I don't believe you. And Mason is just like, what? Are you serious? And then Mason said, even if I did like dare him to do something ridiculous, it's still up to him. Like I didn't, for the record, and I stand by that because I don't even know this kid. But if someone was to, why would that even matter? And the principal's like, so you're admitting it. And Mason's like, no, I'm just saying it'd be stupid even if I did. But it's double stupid because I didn't even do it. And the principal's like, don't say stupid to me. Mason's like, I'm in 4th grade. And also this is double stupid. What can I say? So eventually, right, the principal's like, all right, well, I'm going to have to call both your mothers and explain what happened. And Mason's just like, dude, this is the most ridiculous day of my life. So sure enough, the principal calls up both their mothers saying, hey, both your sons got in trouble. If you're not busy, can you please come in? And the Minecraft kid's mom was busy at the time, but Mason's mom kind of either had the day off or for some reason wasn't really needing to like be wherever she was. And she said, yeah, I'll come in right away. Maybe she was busy and she thought that this was a good idea to go see like what happened to her son. So Mason's mom comes in and she's like, looks at Mason with this look of like, what have you done? And Mason looks at her with these like eyes of like, bro, I don't know what's going on, confusion, whatever, right? The principal is like, all right, hi, Miss Mason's mom, or, you know, whatever. Well, I'm so glad you could come. And the principal explains what happened. And then she kind of explains how she doesn't believe Mason. And Mason's mom started with a look of concern, and then she almost got a look of like annoyance. And the look of annoyance grew and grew the more the principal told the story. And Mason was looking at this and was like, okay, is my mom on my side, or is the look of annoyance because she's so annoyed with me? Either way, this is just the worst situation ever. So sure enough, right, you know, by the end of the story, Mason's mom's like, why am I here? The principal's like, well, didn't you hear like your son supposedly dared him to do it? And Mason's mom, like, first of all, my son disagrees with that statement. You don't really have any proof, but let's say he even did. Why would that matter? And the principal kind of was a little shocked. And Mason's mom's like, you know, isn't it like a cliche saying for parents to be like, if your friend jumped off a bridge, would you as well? Like, are you really just supposed to do whatever the popular kid does? And then Mason's mom's like, even if my son did, which I'm not convinced he did, dared him to do what he did on the desk, right? Why is that my son's fault? Is this kid not like able to function by himself? What, you know, like, is the blame 100% not on, you know, the Minecraft kid anymore? Is any of the blame really supposed to be on my son? And the principal's like, well, I'm sorry you feel this way, but I've made up my mind. Like, your son's going to be suspended for the day. He can come back tomorrow, but he can't come back today. And the Mason's mom is like, are you serious? Like, really? And she's like, yeah. And then Mason's mom's like, all right, what punishment did the Minecraft kid get? And the principal said, well, we're doing equal punishment. And Mason's mom's like, you can't be serious, man. You can't be serious. And the principal's like, I'm sorry you disagree, but this is the punishment. So Mason's mom's like, Mason, come with me. And Mason's like, oh, I can't tell if my mom's mad or not. So Mason gets up, kind of all scared or whatever, and he sits in the car. And Mason's mom's like, well, this was unexpected, but Mason, today you got a day off. It is your vacation day because that punishment is ridiculous. And then and Mason's like, okay, she's on my side. And Mason's mom is like, Mason, please be honest. Did you dare him to do it? And Mason's like, Mom, I promise. Since look, it looks like you're not angry at me either way. Why would I lie about this? Because I didn't do it. I don't even know who this kid is. Why would I dare him to do something so ridiculous? Mason's mom's like, yeah, that's what I thought. But even if you did, like, who cares? And this punishment's ridiculous. So you and I, we're going to get ice cream. Because today, you learned a very good lesson. Sometimes there are rules that are ridiculous, and you'll be punished. But stay true to your convictions, man. Stay true to your convictions. So Mason and his mom went and got ice cream. And I don't think the Minecraft kid's mom was as excited or as pleased with her son. But
click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click it. Do it.
Buckle up, strap in, because today I have probably one of the weirdest camp stories I've ever received that involves a very creepy Minecraft girl that threatens to literally consume, like eat, like nom nom munch time, the subscriber. Yeah, it makes literally no sense. It's super weird. So yeah, strap in, subscribe if you like stories. Let's call today's subscriber who submitted this story, let's call him Jimmy. So this all happened over the summer, and this was Jimmy's first time ever going to a sleepaway camp. And this specific sleepaway camp was like a wilderness-themed sleepaway camp. They're very popular if you've never been to sleepaway camp, where basically you go and you learn how to kind of like survive on your own. I mean, not really, but it's like kind of like you're cosplaying as someone who would survive on their own, but you're not really. Anyways, so this all happens about on the second day of sleepaway camp, because the first day, Jimmy's mom dropped him off and it's like introductions and all that good stuff. But on the second day, what they did at this camp is they just like threw you right into it, right? So on the second day of camp, they kind of divided you up into mini groups randomly, not by your cabin. They wanted to mix you up like with people that you don't see normally. And this was your camp group. And basically on that second day, you were to go and you were to like bring all the camping like equipment, not go too far away from the campsite, but go basically into the woods, which they've kind of spotted out before to make sure it's like a viable place. And you go into the woods and you set up camp and you stay the night, kind of just to throw you right into it. So anyways, Jimmy hears his name read aloud, and then he hears the name of a bunch of other people that he just doesn't recognize because, he's new to the camp and basically everyone there is going alone. And so he walks over because they're all in this big field, right? And he walks over to meet his group, and he meets up with his group, and he kind of like scans around, and everyone looks pretty normal, except there's this one girl who Jimmy really didn't think much of, but she had this creeper sweatshirt on, and she also had in her backpack a foam diamond pickaxe. Like, how like in Minecraft, there's a diamond pickaxe. Basically, you can buy like a replica of that's like foam and plastic or whatever. And that was the two kind of like weird things, right? And she also had like some other stuff, like she had some crazy socks on. She had the black boots, but that's kind of standard. What really set her apart was the fact that she was wearing the creeper hoodie and had the big Minecraft fake diamond pickaxe in her back pocket, right? Or in her backpack. And that wasn't what made her weird, but that's why we're calling her the Minecraft girl, because, she wore the creeper hoodie or whatever. And so anyways, right, they're walking, so they start walking towards the campsite, or the wilderness, right? So they walk over to the wilderness, and the first thing that they do is, since it's kind of getting close to the middle of the day, is they've all brought like a big, some kind of like portable tent with them. They were given one before they left, and then they were to kind of carry it over there. It was kind of difficult to carry, but that was kind of part of the whole shebang. And so sure enough, right, eventually they get to the campsite, and the instructor's like, all right, guys, try and find a clearing that is, that is clear. Find a clearing that's clear, but try and find an area that's not too, mucked up with sticks and rocks and stones and brush and stuff that would make it difficult to have your 5 foot by 5 foot campsite kind of like your tent, like be able to be placed. Basically, find a place that's good for your tent is what I'm trying to say, with a billion words instead of two. And so sure enough, Jimmy finds a spot, and there's kind of like a big opening, or kind of not a big opening, but there's kind of a clearing where it is still covered more or less by the forest. However, it is good to put some tents down. So Jimmy kind of like puts his tent down there. There's only really about enough space for another tent. And so the Minecraft girl immediately rushes over and puts her stuff down before anyone else could. And there was a few other people kind of casually, nonchalantly walking over to that site. But the Minecraft girl was very insistent that she was the one that put her tent down. And Jimmy thought that was a little weird, but then again, Jimmy kind of just brushed it off as like, oh, whatever, like, I mean, that's probably pretty normal. She saw a site that she wanted, so she wanted to claim it, and she knew other people were going for it. Little did Jimmy know that the Minecraft girl did not care that there was an opening there. In fact, she would have taken a place that was probably a terrible opening, like a place that would have massive sticks that would poke through her tent, because she wasn't doing it for the camping, She was doing it for Jimmy. And the only reason why she wanted that spot is because Jimmy was right there. But Jimmy didn't know this as of now. And so Jimmy and the Minecraft girl and, a few camp counselors, like, helped them set up their tents or whatever. And other people were not far away at all. Like, Jimmy could see, like, at least 5 or 6 other campers, like, a little bit farther out, like, I don't know, like 10 or 20 feet farther, finding more openings and setting up their camps as well, or their tents. And so before, like, they go to bed, they all congregate together and they come around this, like, camp, this, like, bonfire type thing. And they're all given, like, beans and a can or whatever. And it's not the greatest meal ever, but hey, man, you decided to do a wilderness camp. And part of the description of the wilderness camp is, like, you slept at least one night out in the woods. You're not going to be getting some, like, 4-star buffet. You got that, I don't know, some pork tenderloin. You got your filet mignon. No. You're going to get that canned cold beans, bro. So eventually, right, they're done with dinner, and it's time to go to bed. It's time to sleep, or at least attempt to sleep in your tent. And, this is pretty hard because there's the ambiance of the outside, which is very loud. There's, it's probably not the most comfortable. There's probably plenty of mosquitoes, even if you close your zipper of the tent very well and you make sure it's all, bug proof. They always find a way to get in there. And there's always at least 1 or 2 mosquitoes buzzing around your head. So sleep is difficult, but, Jimmy goes to his campsite. He gets in his tent. He zips it up. He brought a book with them. So he's reading a few, pages from about a chapter or 2 from the book. He's got his little, flashlight to read with. And eventually he turns off his flashlight and closes his eyes to try to go to sleep. And it's a little difficult, but eventually he falls asleep. But that's when he believes a couple hours later, he's really disoriented when he wakes up, so he's not totally sure when. But that's when he wakes up to the sound of rustling. And not just like a few, squirrels going by, a few tree branches fall, but like movement, like heavy movement is from right outside his tent site. And he wakes up and he's kind of confused by this. It's not like a clear tent or anything, and obviously a man doesn't have windows, he's in a tent. And that's when he starts to get really nervous, because the zipper that is closed, that has his tent closed up, starts to open, like someone from the outside is unzipping his tent. So Jimmy kind of like gets up pretty quickly, and that's when he sees it's the Minecraft girl, and she kind of pokes her head through the camp or through the zipper and walks right in, and Jimmy's like, hello? Kind of like whispers it a little bit because he doesn't want to be super loud, and that's when the Minecraft girl is like, hi. And this is where things start to get weird. But real quick, comment Minecraft down below. That's the secret word of the day. I'll try and heart your comment. And if you want to support the channel and help me out, after this video, go ahead and binge watch a bunch of videos. Either watch them in the recommended or the playlist. Or if you're doing something later in the day or maybe before you go to bed. And make sure to let me know in the comments if you're doing this. I'll try and heart it and say thank you, as I really appreciate it. Anyways, let's get right back to the story as things are starting to get interesting. So remember, Jimmy was sound asleep, and he's awoken to the sound of noise outside of his tent. So when he gets up and he notices the Minecraft girl, someone who he didn't even really talk to at all, maybe he's like, hey, can you pass the whatever, right, earlier in the day, but he's not really spoken to this girl at all, has wandered into his tent, right? He's a little startled, so he gets up and he's like, hello? And she's like, hi, Jimmy. And Jimmy doesn't know her name. Like, even though I never use their real names, Jimmy said that he just knew her as Minecraft Girl. Like, he didn't know her name. They didn't really wear name tags or anything. I think they went around in a circle, so maybe that's how she remembered it. But she then goes on to say so she says three incredibly creepy things. And the first incredibly creepy thing that she says is, "Hey, Jimmy, I've been watching you for a while." Dude, whenever someone says, "I'm watching you," like, just say, like, "Oh, I've seen you around." Don't be like, "I've been deeply observing and mapping your every movements." Like, oh, come on, man. Like, don't say that. And Jimmy's like, "Okay." She's like, "Yeah, I've been watching you for a long time, Jimmy. And I just can't get enough of you." And Jimmy's like, "Oh, okay, that's cool, I guess." And the girl's like, "Jimmy, I just need to know, do you want to be my boyfriend?" And she looks at him with these like big eyes all wide. And Jimmy's like, "Dude, I'm having a freaking fever dream right now. Like, this definitely isn't real." And he's like, I don't know you." And she's like, "Is that a yes or a no? I need to know, Jimmy, please. I need to know." And Jimmy's just like, "Well, I mean, I kind of have a policy." And he kind of makes this up because, like, bro, what? But he's like, "Oh, I kind of got a policy that I got to know someone for a while. I want to start in the friend zone and then make my way to dating them, maybe, if I feel like we're compatible. And the thing is, I just don't know you. Like, my first interaction with you has been you kind of wandering into my tent at, like, presumably very early in the morning." And she's like, "Is that a yes or a no, Jimmy? Like, please don't, like, I just need a yes or no. It's really easy. It's really simple." And Jimmy's like, "Well, respectfully, no, because I don't know you." She sits there for a second, and she kind of looks at the ground. And Jimmy is just like, because it's super uncomfortable, right? He's just sitting there like, is she going to leave? What's going to happen? And she looks up, and she's like, "You've made a mistake. You better not go to sleep tonight." And Jimmy then asks, like, "Well, what happens if I do go to sleep?" And she's like, "Well, while you're asleep, I'm going to start to eat you. And when you wake up, you'll have your entire leg will be missing. And the only thing you'll see is the stump of your leg inside my mouth." And then she just crawls out of his tent. And Jimmy is honestly traumatized. Yes. Do I think she's actually was going to eat him? No. She's just like some goofy Minecraft girl, right? However, she definitely knew what to say, like, that was super unsettling, because when you feel like you're alone in the woods and some creepy girl wanders into your tent and says very strange things, well, let me just say that Jimmy did not sleep that night. Yeah, he pulled a complete all-nighter with nothing to read but his book. He basically just sat there and was just like, he was basically terrified, right? I don't blame him. I would be super freaked out, even if it was super unlikely. Like, I'm not trying to take a risk of, like, waking up and, like, I don't know, my arm's gone because some weirdo girl ate it because I said no to going on a date with her, which I don't know if this was some tactic to go on a date with Jimmy, but let me just say, if your odds were low before, they're practically zero right now, dude. They're practically at 0.0% chance he's going to date you after you say, "Oh, let me just eat you, bro," which is just who says that? But anyways, Jimmy, the next day comes around, even though Jimmy's been up the entire night. So Jimmy watches the sun rise, and they kind of just, so the deal is the camp, you go out and you stay the night overnight in the woods on the first night, or I guess the second night minus orientation, which is the first day. And then for the rest of the camp, which is the rest of the week, you kind of do activities at the campsite and you stay in cabins. So you're kind of like thrown into it, and then it's kind of like easy mode from there on out. So they pack up their camps, or not their camps, they pack up their tents, they get it all together. Jimmy is really struggling to stay awake and have any energy because he's been up all night, because he's been afraid of being eaten or something, which, like, I don't know about you, but that's not my number one concern. And I really don't want it to ever be a number whatever concern. But sure enough, Jimmy is walking back with his group. And he notices, the Minecraft girl is in his group, right? The Minecraft girl is not in front of him, not beside him, but square behind him. And Jimmy would kind of look behind once in a while, and he would see the Minecraft girl was always like 5 feet behind him. And Jimmy would kind of like, slow down a little bit, and she would slow down. He would speed up a little bit. She would speed up. He would move to one side. She would slowly shift over to the other side. And he knew that this girl was really just staying 5 feet behind him at all times. So he was super weirded out, which, I mean, can you blame the man? I mean, this girl threatened to consume him. Like, who, what? Huh? And then, like, all of a sudden, she starts stalking him. And so they get back, right? They get back to camp. And Jimmy goes to his cabin. And his cabin mates are like, oh, man, that was the coolest thing ever. Like, Jimmy, how did you feel about that? Jimmy, who has no sleep and is traumatized, is like, guys, can we talk for a second? And his friends are like, yeah, dude, what's up? So Jimmy sits down, and even the camp counselor walks in because, Jimmy kind of wanted an adult in there too. And Jimmy explained everything that I just told you guys. And all the kids were like, bro, I saw that girl. Like, one of them's like, dude, I know that girl. Like, I saw her before. She was, like, hitting someone with a pickaxe, and she got in trouble. She's so weird. And all the other kids are like, dude, she said she'd eat you? What? And the camp counselor's like, dude, that's messed up, man. Like, she basically, like, she scared you. She traumatized you. She also low-key threatened you with that, even though it's a very weird threat to make. And the camp counselor, God, I can't speak. One like equals one prayer for my brain that's going boom right now. So the camp counselor is like, hey, Jimmy, like, I think I'm going to have to report this. Like, you're okay with that? And Jimmy's like, actually, yeah, I really don't want to be in any other programs with her or really be around her. And so sure enough, the camp counselor, like, tells it to the administrators and the other staff or whatever. And the next day rolls around, and they start camp with a camp meeting. And they always started the day with a camp meeting, but this time, one of the people in the administration came out, and it was normally only camp counselors being like, today's announcement is we're going to be having a bonfire at 4. Everyone should come around. Something like that. But no, it was like one of the kind of like administrators in kind of like a more office gear coming over and be like, hey guys, I just want to remind you that playful or not, you can't make threats of any kind against any other campers. That's just it's not allowed here, and we will have a zero tolerance from this point on, blah, etc. like that. And apparently, right, Jimmy went back to the cabin because he had like a morning activity, and he didn't see the Minecraft girl anywhere. And when he went back to the cabin, right, the counselor's like, hey, Jimmy, I just want to let you know that the Minecraft girl is no longer at this camp, and she's also not allowed back. And that announcement this morning was kind of just like after the disciplinary process went through. Apparently, the Minecraft girl's mom was called, or parents were called, and, they drove over and got her, and, probably were very like, why is my daughter like this? What? But yeah, for the rest of the camp, Jimmy did not need to deal with the Minecraft girl because she was gone. She was kicked out. And Jimmy actually enjoyed the rest of that camp so much that he came back the next year. And he came back the next year without any feelings of worry or dread because the Minecraft girl, he was told, was banned from that camp. So he came back the next year and enjoyed it. And this time, when he actually camped out, he actually had a good time because he was not threatened to be consumed by a random Minecraft girl that was in love with him / obsessed with him. Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click it. Do it. Today we get a story of a Minecraft kid that destroys his brand new $5,000 gaming PC, which, by the way, why would he spend $5,000 on a gaming PC to play Minecraft? But anyways, he destroys it because he gets mad playing Minecraft or something, and then he tries to cover it up and blames it on the subscriber, and it is a fantastic story. So sit back, relax, subscribe if you like stories, and let's call today's subscriber who sent in the story Eli. So this all happened when Eli and a bunch of other kids were invited over to the Minecraft kid's house. Eli and the Minecraft kid were pretty decent friends, but Eli was better friends with the other people invited, and the Minecraft kid was kind of just friends by proxy. I don't know if you guys are ever in like friend groups where you're really good close friends with some of the people, but not as much the other people, but you end up hanging out with all of them at the same time, just because like that's how the friend group works. So Eli was pretty excited to see the new big gaming PC, and he didn't dislike the Minecraft kid. I want to make that very clear. They were friends, like they were on good terms. I mean, they weren't really friends after what happens in this story, but you'll have to wait to see exactly what that is. But anyways, let's just fast forward to Friday night. They all get out of school and they go home, and then after a couple hours later, all their parents drive them to the Minecraft kid's house, and they're all excited. I mean, the school week is over, man. They're going to see their friends. Their friend, the Minecraft kid, got a new gaming PC, and maybe if they're lucky enough and if he's feeling generous, they'll get a swing on the most extreme, powerful graphics ever so that they can play Minecraft, which definitely needs 10,000 frames per second that you literally can't even see, but whatever. whatever, man. Anyways, right, so they all get to the house, and the Minecraft kid's mom greets them. It's like, oh, welcome to our little house or whatever. It was not a little house, man. I mean, look, if your mom or dad is buying you a $5,000 gaming PC, they probably have a little bit of spare cash, if you know what I mean. It was a pretty cool house, but none of these kids really cared. They just thought the Minecraft kid was cool, and he was someone to play Minecraft with. Turns out he was not as cool as they thought. But anyways, right, the Minecraft kid runs down the stairs. It's like, guys, you gotta come up here right now. And they all kind of like run up the stairs, and they got their sleeping bags and their backpacks full of their belongings. It was turning out to be like a really great night. Or so they thought before it went terribly, terribly wrong. But anyways, right, they walk in the Minecraft kid's room, and none of them had actually ever been over to the Minecraft kid's house before. All of them had kind of grown up in the neighborhood together, and the Minecraft kid came 2 years ago, so he was kind of like a newer addition. However, the Minecraft kid did like sleep over at their houses before, but they walk in the Minecraft kid's room, and it is one of the coolest rooms ever. It's got like a really cool bed, and there's all these little fun things, and a beanbag chair, and there's like the glowing lights that you see on dorm rooms a lot of time in college, and it's just a really cool setup. And they're like, wow, man, you got the coolest room ever. And he said, and this is the best part. And he turns and he points at his desk, and sure enough, there is a massive monitor. There's a massive like gaming kind of like PC thing on the bottom. There's glowing keyboards and lights, or RGB. It's RGB, not Ruth Bader Ginsburg. It's RGB. And they were like, wow, man, that's the coolest PC I've ever seen. Like, we got to see you play on it. And the Minecraft kid is just teeming with excitement. He is so excited to like show off his new gaming computer. So he sits down. He's like, everyone, watch me obliterate these nerds in Minecraft. So the Minecraft kid, hops on his new super expensive, high resolution, tons of RAM, or I don't know computers that well. His new PC that was super expensive, he hops on there, and he loads up Minecraft, and he logs into Hypixel, and he's like, dude, I'm gonna literally, like, destroy everyone in Bed Wars so hard. It's gonna be so crazy. Bed Wars is a game mode you can play. It's a video game you can play Minecraft in. It's like a mini game for Minecraft, basically, for you guys who don't know. And it's competitive, so you play against other players online. So anyways, he logs in the Bed Wars, and he gets immediately smoked. And let me just say that, yeah, I'm a little annoyed by the level of kind of sweaty people that play all the time. I'm like, dude, just let me have fun. But whatever, that's for another day. And he gets obliterated within like the first minute because some guy like speed bridges over to him, like breaks his bed immediately. And all of his friends are like, dude, watch out. And he just gets flawless, basically. If you don't know what that means in Minecraft, when you're fighting someone and you don't even touch them back, you've been flawless. But anyways, right, he's like, oh, that's just a fluke. I think my systems are taking a little bit longer to run. At this point, right, the kid is equating skill and how expensive his PC is, but that's fair enough, right? He's got a good attitude so far. I mean, not for long, but I guess you'll see. And so sure enough, he loads up another game, and he actually is doing okay. And then he gets obliterated again by another guy. And he's like, bro, I hate this game. And his friends are like, dude, don't worry about it. Like, you're still good. And he's like, yeah, I am. And sure enough, the Minecraft kid loads up another Bed Wars game. And once again, another kid just starts like speed bridging over. He's like, bro, like, why is my computer not making me speed bridge? And so the Minecraft kid tries to bridge really fast, but obviously you need to aim right. It's not just if you have good frames per second. So he falls off. He's like, man. And he starts to get really angry during that game. They're like, dude, don't worry about it. Just keep fighting, keep fighting. And sure enough, like, he's in the middle. He's grabbing some emeralds, which is something you do in Minecraft Bed Wars. And he's in the middle of the map, and someone breaks his bed, which basically means he can't respawn. He's like, dude, I put end stone down. How did they break that? And they're like, bro, don't worry about it. You got the $5,000 PC. No one is going to be able to touch you out here. So sure enough, right, the Minecraft kid has like an iron sword, iron armor, he's stacked up, he's got 1 billion frames per second, he's got all the hertz in the world, whatever that even does, he's got a ton of RAM, he's got a ram and a goat in his backyard, like he's killing it right now. And sure enough, someone comes up to him and just W-taps him into the void. He just like, they start fighting, they start like swinging swords at each other, they're PvPing, and he just flies into the void. and the Minecraft kid loses it. He completely loses all control. He's like, I hate this game. And with just two motions, right, he destroys his entire PC. The first motion is he takes his mouse and he smashes it into his like super expensive high resolution 1 billion hertz monitor, completely shatters, flies on the ground. And then with another motion, he still has his shoes on. He goes over to his gaming PC, and with his big boot on, he kicks it, and it actually kind of flies across the room, hits the ground, and you could just hear the insides of that PC shatter. The motherboard, all the chips, and the cooling device, and the memory, all of it just shatters and shakes up, and even the side cracks and some stuff is spilling out. And he's like huffing and puffing. He's like, and Eli, the subscriber, and all of his other friends who were just sitting there are just like, oh my God. Oh my God. What just happened, man? The secret word of the day is not Minecraft. And it normally will be, but the secret word of the day is door. Like the thing that like you have on your room or you enter your house with. Yeah, so comment door down below and I'll heart your comment. Most of you guys won't get that, but for the few OGs of the channel, that will probably bring a little tear to your eye. Also, if you want to support the channel on our road to 600K, there's two things you can do. The first thing is binge watch my videos, aka watch a bunch of videos after this one, or watch a playlist of my videos before you go to sleep or while you're doing something. Please comment like these people when you're doing that so I can heart it. And also the second thing you can do is literally tell a friend who you think will like the channel, and hopefully they subscribe. And comment if you do that too, like this person. I'll try and heart it. Anyways, back to the story, because it gets even crazier from this point on. So it's kind of like the calm, not before the storm, but kind of the calm after the storm, because, you know, the Minecraft kid starts like, his emotions are slowly shifting from rage to, oh my God, what did I just do, to, oh my God, my mom is gonna kill me, bro. Like, I cannot, this can't happen. So the Minecraft kid like frantically looks over at his friends. He's like, guys, my mom cannot know about this ever. He's like, I need you all to swear to secrecy, not to tell her. And Eli and all the kids are like, yeah, dude, like, we're totally not going to tell her. Like, we're just going to have a good rest of our night. We won't tell her. We'll pretend like nothing happened at all. And Eli's like, hey, like, I even brought my own PC if we want to game on that later. Like, we're still going to have a great night tonight. Things happen, man. Okay, things like this don't normally happen, but they were just trying to make him feel good in this situation. The Minecraft kid's like, thank you guys. Like, we got to hide this now. Like, we got to. So anyways, right, they find some kind of bag, or they put it in the closet. They hide it pretty sloppily, but I don't know how you're going to properly hide a smashed monitor and basically a bag of malfunctioning computer chips, which was his PC like 5 minutes ago before he obliterated it. And they kind of just go about their day. And at one point, you know, the mom calls them down for dinner. And so they're all sitting at the dinner table, and, you know, the Minecraft kid's mom made them, like, a big thing of mac and cheese, which I'm actually going to make for myself in a couple minutes when I'm done with this video. So, mac and cheese on the mind. Anyways, right, so they're all sitting there, they're enjoying their big thing of mac and cheese or whatever, and they totally forget about the gaming computer. Okay, maybe the Minecraft kid is still thinking about it a little bit, because he did just destroy his $5,000 brand new gaming computer, and his parents don't know about it, so maybe it's still on his mind. But anyways, they're all sitting there, and they're all just not even thinking about it. They're talking about school and how crazy, like, how fun the last assignment was, and how, like, that one person went up there and, like, made a fool of themselves. Like, they were just doing, like, standard middle school kid stuff. And that's when all of their like hearts drop and start beating incredibly quickly, because they hear the last sound that they wanted to hear. They hear the Minecraft kid's mom walk upstairs and then scream the Minecraft kid's first, middle, and last name. Bro, if your mom screams at you and she says your first, middle, and last name, it's about time for you to pack up and go to Alaska, bro, because you're done, bro. I don't know how else to say it, but you're done. And so whatever conversation they were having before it's done and over with, because all of them know exactly why the Minecraft kid's mom screamed out his name. And all of them, including the Minecraft kid, are just sweating. They're looking super anxious at the moment, and they all sit there in dead silence. And no one is eating anymore, right? And sure enough, they hear bump, 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 bump. And that's like his mom walking down the stairs, And they're all just like, oh boy, okay, this is not going to be good at all. And the mom walks down, and the Minecraft kid is at the end of the table, so he's facing away from the door. So his mom kind of shows up behind him, but Eli is on the very opposite side of the table, so he's looking directly at the door. So he gets the first glimpse at the Minecraft kid's mom's face, and her brow is so furrowed that she's practically created a unibrow. The look of anger on her face is unmatched, and she comes in, she's like, Minecraft kid, explain your computer now. I walked into your room and your screen thing was destroyed and your computer box was all broken. I just got that for you. Do you have any idea how much $5,000 is? Do you know how hard your dad and I work to get all the great things for you, and you destroyed it? And he's like, the Minecraft kid starts tearing up, right? And everyone feels so bad. Everyone feels so bad until the Minecraft kid says what he's about to say. He's like, Mom, it wasn't me. And then the Minecraft kid turns and he lifts up his hand, and with one finger, he points directly down the table. And Eli can almost feel the pointing on his chest. Like, he almost feels like an imprint in his chest when the Minecraft kid, with tears falling down his face and, like, his hand pointing directly at him, says, it was Eli. He was playing one of the games and he got mad. And then he broke my new computer. And then the Minecraft kid's mom is like, oh, sweetie, I'm so sorry, I blamed you. Gave him a big hug, and while giving him a big hug, like, Eli was like, hey, yo, what are they saying? And everyone else at the table was like, hey, bro, what? And as she's giving the Minecraft kid a big hug, you could see her face look up, and she has the coldest stare, looking directly into the pits of Eli's eyes. And he's like, oh my God. And she's like, Eli, sweetie, can I talk to you for a second? And Eli's like, oh my God. And she's like, out here, please. And sure enough, right, Eli's walking down the table, and he gives a look to the Minecraft kid like, dude, what's up? And the Minecraft kid just ignores him, just is looking straight ahead. And, he walks out, and the Minecraft kid's mom starts on a rant saying, like, that was a super expensive computer you broke. Like, that was a $5,000 computer. I'm not sure if my son told you exactly how expensive that was, but, like, we're gonna, like, you might have to work here for the summer to try and repay at least some of that. Like, this is gonna take forever for us to, and he's like, hey, like, I'm so sorry the computer was broken, but I need to tell you something. And she's like, what? Okay, make it quick. Like, I'm in the middle of, like, ranting about you, right? Or ranting to you. And he's like, hey, like, I know that, like, this contradicts exactly what your son said, but I need you to know that I did not break the computer. In fact, I did not even have a turn on the computer. What actually happened was, the Minecraft kid, who I thought was my friend, invited all of us over to see him play on his new computer, and maybe we would have played at the very end. But we got there, and he was playing, and he wasn't necessarily better at the game, and he thought that he would be because he had an expensive computer, and he got really, really mad and broke his computer out of frustration and rage. And then he told us that we couldn't tell you about it because you'd be super mad, and then we were eating, and then you came down, and then he blamed me. And the mom is like, well, I don't really know how do I know who to believe? And, Eli's like, shoot, like, it's really my word or her son's. And then Eli's like, oh, well, I don't know if I hope people are truthful, but maybe ask all the people to come over individually. Kind of like in a courtroom, how you're interrogated individually, so you can't, if you lie, like, the cross-examination will get you. So sure enough, right, Eli walks back to the table and sits down at the end of it, and is just not making any eye contact with the Minecraft kid, and it's not like the Minecraft kid is trying to make any eye contact either. But then the mom starts calling out the names of each of the individual kids one by one. And you can't really hear what they're talking about, but Eli knows exactly what they are talking about. And the Minecraft kid is like, And eventually, the last kid is called in and walks back in and sits down. And the Minecraft kid's mom walks back into the room with kind of a sense of calmness because her initial rage with seeing the expensive things she bought for her son destroyed has kind of washed over her, and it's more kind of like, all right, I gotta be the parent here. I can't like lose myself. She's like, all right, well, I don't know if we should continue the sleepover. There's been a lot of things going on. And I really do need to have a good heart-to-heart talk with my son. And at this point, right, the Minecraft kid's face goes from no expression, kind of trying to ignore eye contact with everyone, to just like, boing, 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 just like, oh no, she knows, bro. Just like, oh shoot, they all told. And sure enough, right, the Minecraft kid's mom calls all the parents, and it's kind of an awkward, like, 30 to 40 minute period, because all the parents were like, oh, we were going, like, because the parents were going out. They were taking advantage of the time, like, being, like, the house alone. So the Minecraft kid's mom was actually had to drive home, like, half the kids, because the parents were out for some reason. And so let's just skip ahead to the next day. So, or not even the next day. Let's skip ahead to Monday. It was school, and they all kind of came back. And they were all sitting at lunch table, and the Minecraft kid came and sat down. And he was like, guys, I really need to apologize. And he looked directly at Eli like, bro, I threw you under the bus. I just couldn't handle my mom being that angry at me. What I did was wrong, and I want to apologize. I don't expect you to forgive me, man. Like, I was a total jerk, and I'm sorry. And Eli's like, well, you were a total jerk, but I can understand how scary that must have been. And he's like, you know what, bro? It's good. Obviously, never do anything like that again. Obviously, right? I wish I didn't have to say that, but he's like, I can understand like how crazy of a situation that is. We're cool. And kind of like the Minecraft kid had a little smile. Look, guys, not all my stories end terribly, but it's not over yet. 1 second. And sure enough, right, you know, Eli's like, well, if you don't mind, can I ask what the punishment was? We just really wanted to know. And Minecraft kid's like, yeah, I mean, that's the least that's the least I can do to pay you back for what I put you through. And Minecraft kid's like, yeah, so after you guys all left, my mom was very upset with me. She was not yelling at me, but she was giving me, you know, what's almost worse, like the passive mom, like the passive-aggressive mom. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed, bro. Please be angry, just don't be disappointed, man. That's what I'm trying to say. But anyways, eventually, when the Minecraft kid's dad got home, he was not happy about it either. And basically, right, the Minecraft kid will not be getting a new computer for a very long time. And he's basically banned from going on his iPad, which is how he was really playing Minecraft a lot before, which explains why he sucks so much when he went on his PC, because it's totally different, right? Mechanics are totally different, all that stuff. And he's like, yeah, I'm banned from the iPad for 2 weeks. I gotta, like, do schoolwork when I get back, and I can't hang out with you guys on the weekends for, like, in those 2 weeks as well. But he said, other than that, like, I kind of got off lucky. Like, I thought they were gonna, like, the punishment would have been worse. And yeah, so that's the conclusion of why you should not obliterate your gaming PC, because you lose in bed.
Click on the video on screen right now. I know you'll enjoy it. Just click it. Do it.
Today we got a story of this crazy Minecraft girl that ends up attacking the subscriber. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it, so subscribe if you like stories. And let's call today's subscriber, let's call him Hudson. So the subscriber who sent in this story, we're calling him Hudson, and Hudson got a new girlfriend. And Hudson and this new girlfriend had been dating for probably about a month at this time, and Hudson had never been over to his girlfriend's house. Hudson's girlfriend knew about him and was totally fine with it. And, you know, I think the reason that they just never saw each other at each other's houses is they were just kind of busy for the last, like, month or so. But one weekend, right, Hudson's girlfriend is like, hey, like, do you want to come over? So this was, like, tomorrow. So this was, like, a Friday, right? So she's like, hey, do you want to come over Saturday? Do you want to just, like, hang out for the entire day? And, you know, Hudson was like, yeah, sure, like, is this at your house? And the girlfriend's like, yeah, like, I talked to my parents, they're totally okay. In fact, they're going to be away, so the only person who's going to be in the house is going to be you and me and my little sister, but she'll probably just be playing Minecraft with her friends or whatever. She'll be in her room the whole time. So it's really going to be just, like, you and me in the house alone. And Hudson was really excited because, like, you know, this is his new girlfriend or whatever, and this is a pretty big deal. So anyways, right, sure enough, you know, Hudson is, like, driven over by his mom to, you know, his new girlfriend's house, and his mom's like, bye, honey, have a good time. Don't have too good of a time. Wink, wink. Hudson's like, mom, shut up. Like, I don't want to hear that. She's like, ha, 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 ha. Well, you know, typical mom behavior. You love to see it. But anyways, right, so Hudson walks up to the door. His new girlfriend greets him at it and says, oh, like, this is the first time we're actually seeing each other at each other's houses. And, Hudson was like, yeah, I'm pretty hyped. So she's like, all right, come in. I have lunch prepared. And, Hudson was like, damn, you have lunch prepared? Like, all right, let's go. Yeah, she made some mac and cheese. You'll love to see it. So, Hudson sat down at the dinner table, got a bowl of mac and cheese, was just talking with his girlfriend. This seemed like it was going to be the greatest day ever, right? However, there was a bit of a complication that happened a little bit later on, as you can probably tell by the title. The sister, Hudson's girlfriend's sister, we're going to call the Minecraft girl from here on out. So if you hear me say Minecraft girl, what I'm saying is Hudson's girlfriend's sister. It's just a lot cleaner, and I'm not going to trip up over my words as I always do, so yeah. So as Hudson and his girlfriend are sitting at like the kitchen table just talking or whatever, they hear footsteps come down the stairs, and Hudson looks over, and it's this girl who's probably about, like, I don't know, like, Hudson and his girlfriend are both 16. This girl is probably 13 or 14 or something like that. She walks down the stairs in these, like, knee-high socks, this, like, sweatshirt or whatever, and this, like, creeper hat or whatever, and she walks down, and she just gives Hudson this look of, like, I don't know who you are, but you better stay away from my sister type look of, like, I don't like you, I won't ever like you, and you gotta, like, watch yourself type look. So Hudson's girlfriend's like, oh, Hudson, this is my sister, like, Minecraft girl, says her actual name or whatever, right? And Hudson's like, oh, Minecraft girl, it's nice to meet you, and the Minecraft girl kind of looks at him and is like, hi. It kind of just, like, gives him this kind of look of, like, I don't like you, bro. And, Hudson's girlfriend was like, okay, yeah, okay, that's enough of an introduction for you two. And sure enough, right, the Minecraft world really just comes down to, like, get something to eat and goes straight back upstairs. And Hudson, after she is obviously, like, left and has gone back up to her room, Hudson turns to his girlfriend and is like, hey, like, does she normally, like, not like people, like, that come over? And, Hudson's girlfriend's like, I don't think she's, like, super... It takes a while. Like, she's great, but it takes a while for, like, new people to get used to her, and for the other vice versa as well. Don't worry, like, don't judge a first interaction with her as as who she really is. You just need to thaw to her. Like, she needs to get used to you. Which, well, I mean, she was about to get used to him very quickly, but in the worst way possible. Because let's flash forward, like, half an hour or so. So Hudson and his girlfriend are like, all right, well, we can go watch TV. So they go sit on the couch, and they're watching some Netflix program or whatever. And at some point, Hudson's girlfriend's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Like, don't go anywhere. And Hudson's like, all right, I got you. So Hudson kind of, like, goes on his phone because the Netflix program is paused or whatever, and he's paying attention to his phone, so he doesn't hear the footsteps come up, like, very quietly behind him. And the only time, he only realizes that someone is behind him when he feels a whap on the back of his head. He's like, ow! And he turns around, and he sees the Minecraft girl, aka Hudson's girlfriend's little sister, with one of those foam Minecraft pickaxes, and he realizes pretty quickly that she just, like, hit him over the head with the Minecraft pickaxe, and then once again, bats him over the head, and is like, you better stay away from my sister. So then all of a sudden, both, the Minecraft girl and Hudson hear, like, a toilet flush, and then, kind of like, when you rinse your hand, like, water's running or whatever in the sink, right? So both of them hear that, and the Minecraft girl is like, you heard me, like, stay away from my sister. Gets up and runs away. Runs back upstairs to her bed wars or whatever, right? And so Hudson's kind of sitting there like, okay, I'm not sure how to react to that. And Hudson's girlfriend sits down. She's like, what? And Hudson's like, and she's like, your face, like, what's wrong? Because, like, Hudson's girlfriend could kind of read him like a book at this point. They were good for each other, bro. But Hudson was like, yeah, so it's not a big deal, but, like, I was sitting here, and I felt like something hit me in the back of my head. It didn't hurt that much, obviously, but I turned around, and it was your little sister, and then she hit me in the head again with that little foam pickaxe, like from Minecraft. It's not a big deal. It obviously didn't hurt. But then she said, stay away from my sister. So, Hudson's girlfriend is like, that's it. Like, you stay right here again. And Hudson sits there as he hears, his girlfriend walk up and starts, like, talking very loudly to, like, most, like, presumably the Minecraft girl. And he can't really make out what's being said, but you can assume that, like, don't treat, like, my boyfriend like that. I get that he's new here and that you don't know him. And even if you're trying to be protective, stop it. It's just weirding him out. Like, thank you for wanting the best for me, but not like this, yada yada. There you go, stuff like that. So the girlfriend comes back down, is like, sorry, like that should be dealt with. Like if you see her again, she's gonna be chill. So Hudson's like, all right, cool. A little spoiler alert for you guys. She is the opposite of chill from this point on. Real quick, comment a Minecraft down below if you want to heart in your comment. That will be the secret word of the day, and I'll try and heart as many of those comments as I possibly can. And also, if you do want to support the channel, binge watch some videos, either watch some playlists or click on videos in the recommended. And please, if you're doing this, leave me a comment down below like these people so that I can say thank you by hearting it or maybe replying by saying thank you, because that supports the channel so much. Anyways, back to the story. So anyways, right, Hudson's girlfriend's parents are going to be out for probably the entire night, or at least that's what Hudson's girlfriend said. So she decides that she's going to make dinner, and Hudson's like, oh, cool, awesome. And so Hudson's girlfriend makes the dinner, and, eventually he's like calls down her sister and calls in the boyfriend, like, all right, guys, dinner's ready. So, Hudson, walks over to the dining room and, sits down, and, the girlfriend sits down, and also the little sister, aka the Minecraft girl, sits down, and she's like being super awkward, making no eye contact at all with, Hudson, kind of understandably, right? And all of a sudden, right, Hudson's girlfriend's like, hey, I want to go show you something. And she looks at the Minecraft girl and is like, all right, we'll be right back. And I don't know, I wasn't told exactly. By the way, this story was submitted over on Instagram. Go follow me on there. It's in the description, and submit your stories there. But anyways, right, I wasn't told exactly what the girlfriend told Hudson. But anyways, they come back, and Hudson realizes that, the little sister, aka the Minecraft girl's face, goes from a face of like, I don't know, like, I'm feeling very weird, like this is awkward, to a face of, like, evil. Like, she has an evil grin on her face. So right away, Hudson is like, all right, bro, this is a little weird, this is a little strange, I don't know how I feel about this. And he sits down, and he's just, like, goes to take a big chug of water. And he takes a big chug of water, and immediately, like, spits it out. And the girlfriend's like, are you okay? And he's like, wow, this water is so salty. So the girlfriend grabs his water glass, sticks her finger in it, kind of like licks her finger, and looks immediately at like at her little sister, and is like, did you do this? And the little sister is like, yeah, stay away from my big sister, and while looking at Hudson. And sure enough, right, the Hudson's girlfriend starts yelling at the little sister, like, I already told you to stop being, like, weird. I already told you that, like, we're, like, great for each other, and just, like, you don't have to like him, but don't be weird about it. Like, it was strange already enough that you bopped him over the head with, like, a foam pickaxe, right? But now you're trying to make his food taste bad. Like, either way, like, if we're breaking up, it's not because of you. And, like, if anything, like, we have a stronger bond now, even if that wasn't true. She just said it, right? And she's like, you know what? Go up to your room. And the Minecraft girl's like, you know what? Like, you don't have any authority over me. And the old Hudson's girlfriend is like, I don't necessarily, but I'm going to, like, do you really still want to be here when we're both very mad at you? And the girl's like, fine, whatever, I'm going to go play Bed Wars anyways. So the girl goes upstairs, and Hudson turns to, like, his girlfriend, is like, hey, I feel kind of bad, like, I want to be on at least okay terms with your sister. Obviously, like, just you going over there wasn't enough. Maybe I should go up and, like, talk to her. And Hudson's girlfriend looks at him very longingly, like, you're so nice, you're so sweet, like, that's so kind of you, like, she really doesn't deserve it after what you've done, or not after what you've done, after what she's done, but just know that she's a little strange sometimes, and she really doesn't like new people. And I guess I've never had a boyfriend before, or at least I've never had one come over, so I don't know how she's going to react. And Hudson's like, you know what, I got it, don't even worry about it, I just want to be on good terms. This was a big mistake for Hudson, let me just say. Well, anyways, right, Hudson, finishes up his meal, looks at his girlfriend and says, hey, I'll be back in like 10 minutes. I just want to go talk. And she's like, all right, fine, but please don't get mad at me if things go wrong. And Hudson's like, of course not. Like, I don't blame you at all for any of this. And she's like, all right, good. Thank you so much. You're such a kind soul. You got a big heart, like, for doing this. And Hudson's like, all right, man. So, Hudson walks upstairs and he knocks on the door a little bit. He's like, hey, can we just talk for a second? Like, I'm not mad or anything. I just want to, like, get to know you a little bit. I want to let you know that I'm not, like, some evil stranger or whatever, and that I'm not some, like, I don't know, some Brad type that's just gonna, like, play your sister or whatever. By the way,
I know some cool Brads. It's just a stereotype, bro. And yeah, if you're a Brad watching this, you're the good Brad, right? You're not the bad Brad that I'm referring to. But anyways, right? So he knocks on the door and he's like, "Can you let me in? Like, well, we don't have to talk for long. It can just be for a minute or whatever." And he hears some like scuffling around, right? And he's like, "Okay, well, there's definitely someone in there." And he's like, if you don't want me to, like, if you don't want me to come in, just let me know, right? And he said, "All right, well, I hear that you're in there, so just say, don't come in if you want me to not come in." And no response, right? So he's like, "All right, well, I'm coming in because I really do want to talk," right? So anyways, Hudson starts opening the door, slowly opens it up, and what is in front of the room is bunch of like all these like clothes all over the place. There's like a whole big gaming setup with the light up mouse, the light up keyboard. It seemed to be in the middle of like just like sitting in the Hypixel lobby. Like it seemed like she was on like a game or whatever and just like quit to the hub and was just sitting there. Dude, okay, don't take that out of context. In Hypixel, like the Minecraft thing that I'm playing right now, there's something called the hub, which is just like the place where all the games are. It's not what you dirty people think. Oh my god. Anyways, right. So he just notices like, oh, well, she's not in here, but I heard her. And like mid-thought, right, because the door is open and he's scanned the entire room, he hears something from behind the door. So he turns around and he looks behind the door, and the Minecraft girl jumps out from behind the door and goes, "Rah!" Literally tackles this guy. And here's the thing. Hudson wasn't like a massive football player or something that was like a really big dude or whatever, but he also was like significantly older by a couple years than this girl. However, the fact that he wasn't expecting this and like kind of the element of surprise, like he got fumbled by this girl. He fell over. Like this girl knocked him over, dude. So he's like on the floor and like the girlfriend hears all this commotion. It's like, "Oh my god, like what's going on?" And the Minecraft girl has the pickaxe in her hand and starts going bop 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 bop. Starts bopping like Hudson in the face, being like, "Stay away from," and every single like word is another bop with the Minecraft pickaxe. So, "Stay away from my sister, you weird oh." And Hudson's like, "Stop, stop, stop. Like, I just wanted to talk to you to prove that I wasn't weird. Like, who's being the weirdo here? Like, me or the girl that literally lured me into her room to attack me with a Minecraft pickaxe? Like, who's being the weird one here, dude?" But anyways, right, Hudson's girlfriend walks up the stairs like, "Oh my god, what is going on here?" And, the Minecraft girl is like, "I'm, like, defending you from this weirdo freak. Like, he wanted to talk to me. Ha ha ha. Little did he know that I was, like, hiding, waiting for him to come. Like, I pounced on him. I'm attacking him right now." So Hudson's girlfriend kind of, like, grabs, like, the Minecraft girl and rips her off of Hudson. And Hudson gets up like, "Whoa, okay. Not exactly what I was expecting, right?" And the Hudson's girlfriend's like, "Minecraft girl," says her, like, actual name, right? "Minecraft girl, like, this is, like, I've told you again and again, like, just stay away from him. He's totally fine. He just wanted to come up and talk to you. I didn't even tell him to do this. He just wanted to make things right with you. He's got such a big heart, and all you do is, like, just attack him, and you're mean to him. Like, why on earth are you doing this?" And the Minecraft girl goes very silent, and you can see that her fists start to ball up. And Hudson's like, "Oh god, what's coming up next, dude? Like, what lucky surprise am I about to receive?" Like, and sure enough, the Minecraft girl is like, "If you can't see the truth, then you're lost to me too." Like some real cryptic stuff, bro. And in the middle of like Hudson's girlfriend saying, "What are you saying?" The Minecraft girl starts like flailing, attacking like Hudson's girlfriend with the pickaxe and pushes her and is like, "You don't understand that what I'm doing is for the best of you, so if you don't understand it, I'm gonna make you understand." It's just like attacking her with the Minecraft pickaxe, pushing her against the wall. And once again, Hudson's girlfriend was kind of petite, like she was definitely kind of small, but she was at least bigger than the Minecraft girl who was younger than her. So after being like thrown against the wall, because she was so thrown off guard by like, she did not expect her sister to just straight up like attack her out of the blue, she eventually like pushes back and is like, "What are you doing? You're insane." And the Minecraft girl like kind of like pushes both of them away from her, being like, "I'm doing this for the best of both of you. Like, stay away from my sister." And like turns to her sister, "You got to start having a brain on you."
And Hudson looks at her and says like, dude, oh my God. And, Hudson's girlfriend's like, fine. And looks at Hudson and says, we should probably go. And the Minecraft girl's like, yes, I won. You're breaking up with him. And Hudson's girlfriend turns to her and is like, no, you're being crazy. We're going to go have a good time without you in the house or without you here. And Hudson's girlfriend's like, sure, whatever. Go and break up with him. I know it's coming. So anyways, Hudson is walked down like, Hudson's girlfriend holds Hudson's hand and is like walking him down the stairs. Is like, I am so sorry. Once again, like, sorry times a billion. I don't understand. Like, I knew she was kind of crazy. Like, I know she was a little bit weird and a little psycho, but like, isn't every 14-year-old girl or little sister right? But this is absurd. And she says, you know what? This day doesn't have to be bad. So, anyways, Hudson's girlfriend's parents eventually come back. Hudson's girlfriend real quickly explains what happens, and they're like, oh my God, we're going to punish your sister for this. And Hudson's girlfriend's like, you guys can do whatever you want, but can I just ask for a favor? And they say, sure, what's up? And they say, can you just drive us to go get ice cream? So this story ends off pretty well because Hudson and his girlfriend just end up getting ice cream, nice, relaxing, and no crazy Minecraft girl to ruin the day.
Today we get a story of a Minecraft kid that gets angry at his teacher, so decides that, his revenge will be farting in the teacher's face and then going completely insane. This is probably one of the weirdest stories I have ever received, so sit back, relax, subscribe if you like stories, and let's call today's subscriber Noah. So this all happens one day when Noah is just chilling in his class, and there's another guy in his class, and we're going to call this guy the Minecraft kid because he's obsessed with Minecraft. He's always wearing the creeper hoodie. You already know how it goes. And obviously, right, if you like Minecraft, this video is not against you because, bro, I love Minecraft. Look at the background gameplay. But anyways, right, so Noah was just chilling in class. And he looks to like his left, and directly like to the next of him, directly adjacent to him, is the Minecraft kid. And him and the Minecraft kid weren't like best friends or anything, but he had nothing necessarily against the Minecraft kid. And the teacher was beginning the lecture on whatever it was, and he sees the Minecraft kid, he had his computer out because everyone had their computers out. It was like 6th grade, and that was like the first time that like, they were given school computers or whatever, or Chromebooks, or I don't even know. He had his computer out though. And like you could have your school given Chromebook or school issued Chromebook, or you could bring your own computer. So the Minecraft kid, brought his gaming computer. And the difference with today and any other day is Noah looked over and saw the Minecraft kid reach into his backpack, pull out a mouse pad and a gaming mouse. One of those like gaming mice that like all light up and glow and all that stuff. Yeah, he whipped out one of those. And at first Noah's like, oh, he just wants to use a mouse instead of the trackpad. Like, that's totally understandable. Trackpad sucks. I 100% agree. And anyways, right, Noah doesn't even really pay that much attention. And that is until he hears the Minecraft soundtrack. Super, super, super loud. Minecraft soundtrack is beautiful. I've actually like gone to sleep to it a couple of times on Spotify, but that's beyond the point, right? Anyways, right, so Noah is like, he realizes that the Minecraft kid next to him is not only like not really caring that, he has his entire gaming setup out, he also just doesn't care that Minecraft music is blasting away. And sure enough, right, you hear the Minecraft soundtrack, you hear the walking footsteps in Minecraft, you hear him beating up some chicken and the chicken making like squeaking noises or whatever. And so Noah's just like, oh my God, like this kid's gonna get in a ton of trouble. But sure enough, right, the music was just so loud that the teacher like turns around and like looks at like the Minecraft kid and is like, Minecraft kid, like turn down that music. Like you can't be playing music in class. So the teacher didn't realize that this was just like music to a video game. The teacher just thought that the Minecraft kid was playing like music in class, which, sometimes kids have like tried to like listen to music, but normally they'd use headphones or whatever. And the teacher says, hey, no listening to music in class, you gotta be paying attention. So the teacher kind of doesn't think anything more of it and goes back to their work. And so the Minecraft kid, sure enough, just turns off the volume, but keeps on playing Minecraft. And it's super obvious because he's like whipping his like mouse around and like clicking really fast and doing all this stuff. And obviously if the teacher paid like really close attention, he would realize that the Minecraft kid was not just listening to music, but was not listening to music at all, but instead was playing a video game with music in the background. So anyways, right, Noah's like, dude, this kid's gonna get caught. And sure enough, right, the Minecraft kid, I think in the beginning was playing like normal Minecraft, but then he goes on to one of those servers. I think he's playing Bed Wars or something. And this kid is like really good at Bed Wars. And when you're really good at Bed Wars, a lot of times you'll be clicking super fast so that you can place more blocks. Or maybe when you're fighting someone, you take less knockback and you might get more hits. So this kid starts butterfly clicking, which is when you take 2 fingers and rapidly slam your mouse with it. And sure enough, right, the kid in the middle of class starts spamming his mouse like, and Noah was just like, dude, that's so loud. And sure enough, the teacher turns around and is like, hey, Minecraft kid, are you playing video games in class? And the Minecraft kid legitimately keeps on clicking because apparently he's in the middle of like a fight or something, like a PvP fight, and keeps on clicking, ignores the teacher for a good 10 seconds. The teacher looks at him in disbelief, and the Minecraft kid looks up and is like, huh? And the teacher's like, shut off your computer. You're not allowed to be playing video games in class. First you're listening to music, now you're playing video games. Like, that's super disrespectful and distracting. You're not just distracting yourself, you're distracting everyone else in the class, and that is totally not fair for them. And he said, and then the teacher followed up by saying, Minecraft kid, you're on super thin ice. Turn off like your video game. So the Minecraft kid is like, whatever, man. And like, closes the computer, closes the computer screen, whatever, and kind of like slumps back in his chair with his arms crossed because, man, he just, he wanted to play Minecraft. He didn't want to pay attention to whatever was going on in class, right? So at this point, Noah thinks that the Minecraft kid is done being stupid in class, but Noah was very, very wrong to say the least. Because anyways, right, Noah kind of goes back to paying attention to the class, trying to like take some notes. He's trying to do well in this class. And then Noah, to his surprise, hears clicking noises. And he's like, all right, there's no chance that like the Minecraft kid is back to playing his video games. But sure enough, the Minecraft kid had taken out his computer again and went back to playing Bed Wars. And once again, he's on his mouse going, like clicking it literally as fast as he possibly could. And that he's not being slick. He's not being like anything like, he's not being clever or anything like that. Because the teacher immediately turns around and is like, Minecraft kid, I told you, like, you can't be playing video games in class. I already told you you were on super thin ice. Like, that's it. If you can't like pay attention and you're going to be distracting everyone else, then you can't be in this class. Go to the principal's office and she'll deal with you. And the Minecraft kid just looks at him and says, what did you say to me? And the teacher's like, no back talk. Go to the principal's office now. And from here on, things were about to get much, much worse. But real quick, comment Minecraft down below if you want to harden your comment, as Minecraft is the secret word of the day. And by the way, if you've been binge watching my videos, please leave a comment like this down below so I can heart it, maybe reply, just so I can know that you're doing it and say thank you. Because when you watch a bunch of my videos in a row, it really does help out the channel more than you can even imagine. And I mean, also, if you want to be like this guy, I'm not saying to leave a playlist of my videos on overnight when you go to sleep with the volume on 1%, but I'm also not saying not to do that. Wink. Wink, 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 nod, smile. Anyways, back to the story. This is where it gets crazy. So at this point, the teacher has told the Minecraft kid that, he needs to go to the principal's office right now. And the Minecraft kid is not happy about this at all. And so sure enough, the teacher, let me just paint the picture for you guys. The teacher is sitting down at their desk, at their chair, whatever, right? And the Minecraft kid walks up to go to like the door to leave the class, presumably, right? Because he has to go to the principal's and whatever, right? So he walks up to the front of the class. At this point, everyone has kind of been paying attention. Noah's like, wow, like this kid, whatever. I mean, the punishment fits the crime. If you're being an idiot, like play stupid games, expect stupid consequences, like it is, or expect stupid prizes. That's the actual phrase. My fault. But anyways, right, the Minecraft kid does something absolutely crazy because he walks up to the front of the class and he slows down as soon as he gets to his teacher. And the teacher's like, keep moving. Principal's office is that way. And as soon as the teacher says, keep moving, the principal office is that way, the Minecraft kid runs over to the teacher And the teacher, remember, is sitting down at a pretty low desk / chair. And the Minecraft kid stands, like, whips out a chair, puts it down in front of the teacher. And the teacher is in the middle saying, hey. And the Minecraft kid steps on the chair, turns around, and rips the biggest fart you've ever heard in the teacher's face. Like, this is the most ridiculous thing Noah has ever seen in his life. And in Noah's head, he was like, huh? What? Huh? And the teacher was just as shocked. The teacher's just like in a state of disbelief, also a state of like stink, because like, man, the Minecraft kid was eating like mega like I don't know, he was eating like premium beans for the last 7 months before doing this fart, bro. I swear to God. Like, Noah said he could like legit like smell it from being like 20 feet away. And the teacher's like, oh God. And then the Minecraft kid's like, yeah, and then runs away. So the teacher is now steaming mad because he's got this big old fart that was just like landed in his face. This kid is destroying his entire class. So now the Minecraft kid is like, catch me if you can, and starts running around the class. And the teacher is so mad right now. Like, the teacher is so angry. So the teacher starts sprinting after the kid. And the Minecraft kid is like, it just starts like running around the class, pushing over chairs to make it harder for the teacher to get. And the teacher's like, that's it. You're gonna be suspended for so long. You'll be lucky if you don't get expelled. I'm calling up your parents and I'm writing a full report. And Noah and everyone else in that class was just sitting there with their mouths dropped their mouths dropped open to the floor. They were just like, what is going on? Like, oh my God. Like, I knew this kid was a little weird, but seriously, what is going on right now? And so the Minecraft kid is sprinting around the class, kind of doing like, so, you know, like in football where you kind of like psych them out and then you go the other way. And the teacher is kind of lumbering around like, every second that you're running, everything that you're pushing over, every like millisecond that you're not like obeying me and going to the principal's office, your punishment is increasing by 100%, which really doesn't make a lot of sense because there's a cap. Like, you can't really punish someone beyond expelling them. So what's like 300,000% beyond expelled? I don't really know. You tell me. So anyways, right, the Minecraft kid's like, and then eventually, right, the Minecraft kid accidentally like trips on something. The Minecraft kid falls, and at this point, the teacher has made up enough ground to grab the Minecraft kid by the hood of by like the scruff of his creeper hoodie, and it's like, you are coming with me. And the entire class is so silent, as this is the most ridiculous thing they have ever seen in their life. And Noah is just like, oh my God, do I have a story to tell my mom? So anyways, the Minecraft kid is being dragged out by his creeper hoodie, and all 4 legs are flailing. He's like, no. And then like the teacher goes out the door, slams it shut. The entire class is silent. No one's mumbling. You would have thought that people would have been like, wow, that was crazy, guys. I wonder what's... No. Nope. It was dead silent. Nobody uttered a word. And because of the silence, they were able to hear very clearly the teacher yell, hey, get back here. And within about 20 seconds of them hearing the teacher yell that, they once again see the class door slam open, and the Minecraft kid, with his hair all messed up and his clothes all kind of like ripped up a little bit, runs into the classroom, slams the door shut, and then locks it. Because for some reason, this door locks from the inside, which actually, I guess that does make sense, but he locks it from the inside. You didn't need a key, you just need to press something. And the Minecraft kid goes over to the teacher's desk after locking the door, literally takes his foot and kicks off everything, including like a $500 Chromebook, right? That kind of breaks on the floor. All the books fall over. The teacher's coffee mug flies off the desk and like smashes on the floor. And the Minecraft kid steps on the teacher's chair and then steps on the desk and is like, attention! I mean, dude, he didn't really need to say attention to get their attention because literally everyone was paying attention to this guy at this point. The Minecraft kid goes on to declare himself as the ruler of the class and that he is now the dictator and they must do what he says. And everyone in the class is just like completely silent because they're just so shocked by the chain of events that just happened. And the Minecraft kid says, "Now, as ruler of the class, you must refer to me as Lord. You will not call me by my name." Let's call him Joseph. "You will not call me by my name, Joseph. You will only call me by Lord." And everyone in the class is just like, huh? This is bit like, they're just like, what happened in the last 7 minutes of this class? How did we get from learning about the quadratic equation to this, to having a kid like fart in the teacher's face, run away from them, close the door, slam all their stuff off the desk, and declare himself ruler of the class? How did we get here? So anyways, right, they're basically held hostage by the Minecraft kid because, sure enough, like,